Welcome to the One Up Podcast. I am your host, El Caballo, aka Jose. Here with some of my nearest and dearest. Yeah, I'm doing Jose today, boys.
Huh.
It's an interesting change.
Every time I change it, every face is shocked. I did the right-hand man change. Pucho was shocked. Like, it's beautiful.
Let me finish one episode. I'm the right-hand man, then Doughy's the right-hand man.
You gotta keep it fresh for everybody, man.
I've been calling you Tony to all my friends, so they're about to be like, Jose.
Is this guy an illegal alien? Why is what's all these name changes?
Oh my god.
That's a joke.
You just think anybody with like a Spanish sounding name is
people would say I'm an illegal alien. People would say. For all these names that I have like 30 different names, to be honest. People know me by a lot of different names. Shit's fucking ridiculous.
I heard that most illegal aliens are here. No, I don't know if that's the right word to use, but like are here just because their visas expired. They came over here to start working. Their visa expired and they just stood over here. And there are people from all around the world that I know from New York. I'm not ratting anybody out, but
sure. So yeah, there's like a big misconception about that, where like people envision this world where most of the illegal immigrants are like crossing borders, going through deserts, hiring coyotes and things like that. And it's like, while that stuff does happen, it's just not reflective of the vast majority of cases, which really are just people get a visa, they overstay because their visas didn't get renewed or they fucked up somehow, and then that's it. They end up undocumented. Is what the status is.
You got to ask yourself what's easier, taking a legal flight into a country and just overstaying, or, going on a boat and hoping that you make it to the other side of the ocean.
Yeah. That sucks.
So, Tony, you want to go ahead and do the intro?
What did you
That's we're doing it early today with the side tracks. But yes, I'm here with my nearest and dearest, Do, Mateo, and Pucho, man. So, Do, tell me about your week, man. How was it? Weekend was good? What's going on with you?
I have a sad realization. I finally took off my big boy pants. I usually wear these biking shorts everywhere I go. I fucking pad up. It like gives you like your crotch area, like protection.
Okay.
I took them off. Cycling is now, my balls are so sore. Like my whole crotch area is like, that shit is flaming hot Cheetos down there. Very tenderoonies.
Should go see a doctor.
I remember me and Everett spent a summer riding our bicycles like every single day, everywhere for hours. And I remember, my crotch was destroyed. Like the whole, like the gooch area, the bottom of my ass cheeks to the bottom of my ball sack, it was just like raw. That's the only word I could use. It was horrible. I couldn't believe it. It was the worst.
I guess I haven't put any significant amount of time onto my bike. I've never experienced this.
I gotta put my big boy pants back on because this shit is not working.
What is it? Is it padding?
It's a padding, for your crotch area. It's like
what
like
drove
spandex.
you to remove them?
I just was like, I'm tired of it. It's like wearing a diaper underneath your your pants.
Actually, I saw in one of the cycling forums that there's a trick for relief with that. You get some Bengay.
Yo, I thought he was gonna say something serious, but then again, he strikes.
Yeah.
Does it involve a fan?
It does involve an abanico.
Abanicos?
You don't need a fan when you're riding around in your bike. You got natural wind right there, man.
You got to wear pants when you're riding around your bike. You can't just go commando out there.
Oh my god!
Tony wants you to put Bengay, go commando, and then just ride standing up like that, so that you could you create a gap. There's a gap of space. The seat, your thighs, and then your sack, just there, and all it is just the pure wind of the fucking Bengay and the Abani and the natural fans, really.
Mm-hmm. Just little Doughy flapping in the wind, free.
Could you imagine someone just coming by and him falling and his like whole shit just bangs on the handlebars? Like the oh my god, you're going to the hospital.
Fuck the handlebars. Something about the pavement, like the asphalt of the road, just falling on that like naked or like just all thigh and that sounds painful. Like
No, you don't want an open wound touching New York City streets. You'll get a disease.
People be out there
AIDS
just pissing
very
everywhere.
quickly.
You don't want that at all.
all in New York City is just covered. It's just
gonorrhea.
AIDS. AIDS and gonorrhea. What the fuck?
It's just terrible.
Yeah, that's wild though. So you have padding every time you ride your bike.
I used to, but then like this past 2 weeks, I kind of was like, let me just not. I'm gonna I guess free balling is really what I was doing on my bike.
So you literally can't just put like your boxers on or your pants and just go.
I mean, I have been, but I'm now experiencing some pretty tenderoonies in the ballsaroonies,
That's crazy.
the booty.
Yeah, you, don't say you haven't experienced this. You've
I
experienced
don't
this.
think I've experienced this at all.
Do you not remember?
And I've ridden bikes as a kid a lot.
Yeah, you're thinking just in terms of bicycles. How about those couple months where we were going to Shaq's 24 every single day, and we played so much basketball that our shirts were just made of sweat, and then it would just move around. I remember at the end of every night, we were like, "Oh my god, our nipples!" Like they were just chafing the whole time. That's really what's happening. Is the material that it's just chafing his skin, and you just need to wear different materials.
Yeah, why don't you wear like
It's pads.
not pads, but like Under Armour, those leggings, those men tights.
Yo,
with sports.
I want
activity.
everybody to go to Google right now and look up men's bicycle shorts, like men in bicycle shorts. And I just want you to take a look, like take a look at a few of the pictures, like of how these people ride, and you'll see some very big imprints. They basically ride, they free ball in the shorts.
I would assume
they
they
don't.
will.
And they don't wear anything over it, so it's like it's quite a show, if you ask me.
It's like it's just tights, bro. It's just tights,
Yeah.
like I wear they're boxer briefs, but they're like tights. You know what I mean? So it's just like leggings almost. If when you wear the whole pants one, it's just
Basically, yeah.
that shit helps with keeping you dry and shit when you're doing.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm that confident yet.
No, I'm not telling you just to only wear that. I'm saying like wear that. Like I wear the short ones that goes like right above my knee every day.
Yeah.
Like just like
That's
my
what
boxers.
I do, and I'll wear like a pair of shorts over those. That's what I basically do. Or
No
pants.
sweat, nothing down there. Everything's fresh. That's what you
Fresh
want.
and dry. Do you
Yeah.
hit it with like baby powder?
No.
Those weird underwear that like have the separate compartment for your like your balls and whatnot. Hanes is making one of those now, so apparently those things are becoming mainstream. I don't know how I feel about
separate
those.
compartment.
Separate compartment.
Have you not seen those? They have like a little like a
Sack,
pouch,
like a little pouch for your balls. Like your dick goes
Hold on.
above it, and then there's a pouch just for your balls.
So you just like scoop your cock and balls into this thing. and
I
then
guess
you
so.
just-
I've never tried one on, so I don't know what the
I'm
process for
open.
putting these underwear on is.
He says he's open for it.
I'm open to try it. Absolutely. If it's a thing that's going around and people are enjoying it, then it must be decent at least. So why the fuck not? I'd go all in, sack all in.
All the way in.
That's a
It is
sack boy.
It's a sack boy. That's what we're calling them shits, the sack boys.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right, Mateo, how was your week or weekend? What's been going on with
Well, Jose, my week was pretty calm.
Hey.
Yeah, I've got nothing, dude. I watched that new episode of Invincible.
I did not.
Just good. Oh man.
It's good.
Or the
It's
Winter
heating up.
Soldier. Both of those, please. I'm
I
gonna watch
finished
them
up
later
Winter-
today.
I finished a Winter Soldier. That new Captain America outfit is tight, dude. That is a badass outfit. Finished up the show Maniac on Netflix. Y'all seen that show at all? It's got Jonah Hill and Emma Stone.
Oh, that was so good. I enjoyed that. I saw
Yeah.
that years ago though.
I kept meaning to watch it, and then like just kept putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. One time I tried to watch it, but I was super drunk, so like I got like the first episode, I was like wandered off to do something else, and like, but finally like sat down and like watched it. That was my workout show this week, and that show's good, man. The show's amazing. But
I enjoyed that show.
Yeah.
It was
Jonah Hill. I like
It-
Jonah Hill.
it had like there's like a famous director or producer on that show that has worked on other movies that are kind of like mind fucky or whatever. But like that's how it kind of plays out. It's like it's kind of fucking with your mind. Because a lot of it, I think most of it's taking place in Jonah Hill's brain, right?
Yeah, it's in the computer, like the computer that's running the simulation that's putting them through they call them reflections in the show, and it's like basically like these alternate realities.
Huh.
It's wild. It's worth watching.
What's that
covers,
on?
like on Netflix. It's about like trauma and like mental illness and like I don't know. Jonah Hill and Emma Stone just have such good chemistry together. Like ever since like Superbad, those two play off each other incredibly well.
Yeah, that movie is really a shame too that you didn't get more interaction between them. Like there's like a couple funny moments early on in the movie, and then pretty much the whole movie they don't interact until the ending again. And like I agree, I think they have good chemistry. And I don't know, it's kind of Superbad is probably between Superbad and Forgetting Sarah Marshall. I think those are my two favorite comedy movies like of all time. They're just fucking hilarious. Yeah, I can't get over how funny they are. Like,
even better than
just
Step Brothers?
one gripe is it's just that Jonah Hill and Emma Stone didn't interact more. What was that, Tony?
Even more than Step Brothers? Is Step Brothers not up there?
Nah. It's funny.
Step Brothers is funny.
Step Brothers.
Yeah, it's very funny.
Step Brothers is funny. I would put Talladega Nights above Step Brothers personally.
Yeah, Talladega Nights is funny.
If I was
Step
choosing
Brothers, there's some funny moments though. Like I love when he's playing the dude's drum set and he's like he runs in the house and he looks at him. He's like, What's going on with you? Why are you sweating? He's like,
I was watching Cops.
I was watching Cops. What the fuck? Or when his brother climbs up into the fucking treehouse and he's like, you want to punch me, don't you? But you're not. You want to, and bang, he punches him and he just falls out like 20, like 2 stories out of the treehouse. It's so fucking dumb.
Nah, that shit is hilarious. Damn, those movies are fucking. Yeah, I like those movies a lot. But what's going on with you though, Pooch? Like, how's your morning? How was your weekend? What's work week? What's going on?
My week's been pretty chill. I've been doing this thing where I've been like, at least once every 2 weeks, I'm just taking a day off of work. Just like, fuck it, I'm gonna take a day. So yeah, I've been doing that, and that's been good, especially because I've gone off the deep end playing Persona.
Oh boy,
I'm like, no lie, I'm like 50 hours in now. And a lot of that time is baked. Like I just kind of left the game cooking while I was doing things, so that there's a lot of hours like racked up like that. And then my daughter also just be turning on my PS5 while I'm at work, and I'll come out like hours later, and I'm like, oh shit, and I got to turn it off and shit. But I would say I've got like a good 30-ish hours on the game for sure.
So you just got out of the tutorial then?
Yep, pretty much. I'm literally doing the first like dungeon that's completely out of the tutorial. So
that's nutty.
Fuck?
And they still find the way to try to hold your hand at times. It's very annoying. Hands down, the worst thing about that game is as you're playing it, it's just like, no, we're not gonna let you do this thing, even though you know you can do it and you're totally capable of doing it. We've randomly decided to hold your hand right at this. It's like, God damn it, dude, leave me the fuck alone. And it's a stupid fucking cat. I hate cats, and this fucking cat is constantly telling me what to do. I find it a little disrespectful.
That's why Doughboy loves that game.
That's why he loves it. Stupid fucking cat.
I like Morgana. I like
Dumb
her.
fucking cat.
And my cat is the same color as her. Kind of has like the same pattern.
Dumbass color.
Attacking cat.
Yo,
I'm just kidding. I can't fucking stand
innocent.
that cat.
Innocent, bro.
No.
I thought that was a pair.
Cat's been a staple of the show. Okay,
Yeah.
Cat's in the game. Cat gets attacked. That's the rule. You know, everybody's throwing insults and attacks. So it's gonna happen.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought that was just two shirts.
Cat gave me
corner.
a scowl the other day. Just gave me a look. You know.
I swear to God, I thought that was dirty clothes on his bed. I didn't know that was Cat. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
That'd be such a tiny amount. Be such a tiny amount of dirty clothes.
Yeah.
Like just like his bathroom clothes. I just got out of the shower.
shirt.
He just put it right there, so I'll deal with it later.
Those are his biking shorts. He just put them right there. His biking pads. Just one pair.
His big boy pants.
I could.
Nah.
Oh no,
It's too late. We're gonna
Nope,
see
too
his
late.
Viking shorts now.
I gotta
He's
say
gonna
though,
have a shit stain on it.
cat.
The protection for the gooch. All right. This
Oh
area
wait, those aren't shorts.
right here.
Huh.
Right here.
Why don't you wear
is
biking
very
shorts?
sore. This is. I mean, these are technically.
Those are biking
yeah,
shorts,
these are biking shorts.
right?
Oh, it's inside out. I
Yeah.
see.
I was assuming it was inside out.
Well, I mean, I don't know. It kind of looked like a football pad. I don't know if you guys play
Yeah.
football. You just kind of
It's like-
scoop your pads into different slots. It just looked like you just put this fucking kind of
It's like
a bone.
It's like a bicycle seat inside.
It's like penis shaped. It looks like a red cock. Like
I was thinking like the baboons. They have the big red ass. Like I was thinking it looked kind of like that.
But yeah, dude, I've been dealing with this bullshit. I need to get this shit fixed. So I came a little late to recording this morning because my sprinklers turned on and they refused to turn off.
Oh
And that was
no!
this happened to me on Thursday, and I thought I fixed the problem, and I didn't fix the problem. So it happened again to me. It happened again today, and yeah. So that coupled with the fact that it was pouring rain outside this morning, so I literally walked out and got soaked while I'm fucking turning off the water main and doing shit outside. Yeah, that's how I ended up
God.
getting here a little late. So.
Hold on, is
it was-
your sprinklers on like on a time thing?
Yeah,
So the time
it's all
thing's
set
not-
up properly.
That's
Don't
interesting.
sound like it if it's continuously to go on after its time limit supposed to turn off.
So what do you think I would have done, Tony, if I walked outside and I saw my sprinklers were on when they weren't supposed to be on? What do you think I would have done?
Adjust the time.
Wow. And then what else? If the sprinklers are still going, what would I do?
Obviously, you're gonna panic and turn off the water main, but you don't have to.
Wow. No, I would just you click the off button on your sprinkler thing.
Oh no,
Right.
but you didn't say that. You just said you turn off the water main.
Well, yeah. So I think you're, like the common sense there would be that I went to the fucking sprinkler panel. I went to turn it off, and it would not turn off. So I have to turn off the water main to the house.
I'm sorry. I was like I don't know, like whatever.
I tried to turn off the sprinklers, and there's one section of my sprinklers. No matter what, even though if I turn on the other sections, that section stays on. If I manually try to turn it off, the section it'll turn off. It'll start turning off, and then it'll turn back on. So what I think it is the valve that because the way these systems work is that there's constant water pressure, and when you want a zone to turn on, a valve opens, and that water pressure will turn your sprinklers on. When I'm hitting the off button, if it's like the valve is attempting to close and then it fails, it stops and then it pushes back open. Or maybe it thinks that was at full position and then the water pressure reopened. I don't know. Long story short, it's fucked up. And I just got this house. It feels like yesterday at this point, but it's been over a year.
It could be that fucking mole rat fucking up all your.
It could be the
sprinklers.
fucking mole. I have a mole, a few moles even. I got rid of the mole. I killed that shit.
Uh-huh.
I bought these little poisonous worms, put them around the yard. They're pet friendly, so I wasn't killing any dogs and shit. And then, the moles went away. I'm pretty sure they ate them and then just died and rotted in their mole holes.
I've
Them
never
bitches
had to
came
deal with
back.
a mole.
Yeah,
That's crazy. Cats
When
will
I-
solve that shit for you too, though.
What?
Do cats
Cats will-
kill moles?
They
cat
kill
would not
whatever's
solve that.
outside
They
in the
would
backyard.
sit there and wait for that shit to come out.
Dude, we already have that issue right now. There's a small mouse that entered our kitchen, and Milo's on high alert, bro. I've never seen this guy. He's just sitting waiting in front of this hole.
But he still hasn't killed the mouse yet.
It's like Tom and Jerry
no.
in the flesh,
Yo,
bro.
I feel like the difficulty level of killing a mole is way higher than killing a mouse. So if your cat hasn't killed this mouse yet, I don't know that I buy
Well,
into this.
that's his cat.
I don't think
My cat
I don't
would
think
kill
you've
that
ever
shit.
had a New York mouse inside of your apartment. Okay, once you have, then you'll understand how smart these little rat bastards are.
I'm telling you that a mole, though, you have a hole where the mouse could enter, and that's the point of entry, and that's your point of failure. Milo's guarding it, and maybe that's enough. It keeps them out. the mole has the entire yard to create new holes at will. So it's like there's no one location that a cat could wait.
It's like that movie
I've
Tremors
never
with
seen
Kevin
one of these
Bacon.
fuckers. Sorry, what was that?
It's like the movie Tremors with Kevin Bacon.
Hey,
seen it.
classic movie.
Love that movie.
Did you watch all 4 episodes or the
No, I only ever saw like the
5?
first one and the second one or
I
something.
said episodes. I meant movies. Yeah, I saw
It's
all
like-
of them.
It's like the classic game, The Floor is Lava, turned into a movie.
Okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I can say
That's
that.
a pretty good description.
I was thinking about it. I was like, that's only in part 1 and 2. Once you get to 3 and 4, that has nothing to do.
It's basically the floor is lava, but it's got those big sandworms from Dune.
From the
Yeah.
Okay.
Or from Beetlejuice too. Beetlejuice had big sandworms, right?
Yep. And that
I don't
one
remember that.
weird world or some shit.
I hated
whatever.
Beetlejuice.
Yeah, he.
I thought
freaked
you
me
looked
out.
like someone that would love it as a kid.
I watched a lot of the cartoons. If you remember that cartoon, they had a Beetlejuice.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was talking about the Beetlejuice movie. I don't know, man. When I was a kid, like movies that looked weird, they just used to like hurt my stomach. I don't know how to describe that. It would give me such disgust that it would give me a physical body ache. Like I would have
The
pains.
fuck?
Like, so Beetlejuice was a movie. I couldn't watch the Addams Family movie.
Really,
Just
man, those are classics.
Yeah.
I liked the
real.
movie even, but then just looking at Uncle Fester, those people were so dirty. They were both so pale and their skin was so black at the same.
So-
it was so fucking
So,
gross.
do you
So
not
what,
have...
what about some of the cartoons we grew up with then? Because there were some super weird cartoons in like the late 90s and whatnot. Like shit, even SpongeBob did it, where they would do like the hyper realistic look of like SpongeBob when he's like drying up and his face is all like broken.
Yeah.
My-
Ren and Stimpy had all kinds of like zoom in, gross out shit in it.
Yeah.
yeah. Oh man, it was disgusting.
So Ren and
Very
Stimpy used to gross me out. Real Monsters used to gross me out.
I like that show though a lot more than Ren
Crom
and Stimpy.
with his like armpit hair just sticking straight out.
And even other things that weren't even gross necessarily. Like I don't know why. Whenever Space Ghost Coast to Coast came on, I just couldn't look at it. It just
man.
bothered me.
I
So I
love
kind of
Space
missed
Ghost.
out. Yeah, everybody says they love Space
It
Ghost.
was
Like in
really
retrospect,
good.
I wish I could watch it, but
You know,
it just used to hurt my stomach. Dude, Rocky and Bullwinkle. Oh my god!
Oh, yeah, that
when
shit
that show used to
sucked.
come on, I used to just.
you
it would
remember
hurt my
that
stomach.
that
That
show?
show's
Oh,
garbage.
it's called Oh Canada. The shit used to come on late night on Cartoon Network. It was terrible. It was a bunch of Canadian cartoons. I'm like, oh, these motherfuckers can't. These niggas do not know what cartoons are. 'Cause
I
these
don't
shits
know.
are putting-
I've always watched
putting me
South
to
Park
sleep.
at late at night. I never really watched anything else. Like once it was a certain time, South Park was my show to watch.
Oh, so
Yeah,
you never
South
watched
Park
any of the
didn't even-
Adult Swim stuff?
No, I did, but I'm saying like South Park kind of took over. Damn, excuse me. I watched one episode and it was just like, holy shit, Cartman is a dick, and I'm gonna continue to watch this show. And like
Yeah.
that's it.
Are you dying over there, Jose? Do we need to
Nah,
bring Tony
fuck
on?
it. No, yeah,
Go
Jose
get Tony. Put him on the mic.
The guy
The
just
Husk is
spinning around.
killing Jose, and Tony's gonna come
Facts.
out.
Yo,
Um,
Pooch, do
this-
you remember when my brother figured that out about you? That like certain things grossed you out to
Yeah,
a
he was an
point?
asshole.
The mushroom day.
Yeah.
My brother like kind of was like, my brother was very observant and he loves to prank people too, and he's kind of like an asshole. So he noticed that like Pucho had this thing with mushrooms, and he's like, oh, so Pucho doesn't like mushrooms. So he went outside, he went to like a tree and had a big mushroom on it. He picked it, he came up to Pucho, hey Pucho, so you don't like these?
I thought you was gonna.
Sure.
I thought you was gonna say when we was all sitting there on the couch and he's like, "Yo, Pucho, watch this real quick. Watch this real quick."
After,
And it was the
that's
fucking-
the same night. That's the same
Motherfucker
night.
put this a time loop like that's on like 100% like speed or whatever of a mushroom growing, and as soon as that thing started fucking coming up, Pucho just started tearing up and getting chills and goosebumps. I'm like,
Yo,
the fuck is wrong
Pucho-
with this nigga?
Yo, Pucho got in his car, bro. I think Pucho was like, nah, I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
Dude, I have a mushroom story, my nigga. In my crib over here, right? I just got this crib, right? It's been over a year, but I say I just got it, right? Why one day I come outside my house, right? And I'm looking at this thing. I'm like, what? As a matter of fact, I smell shit. I'm walking out and I smell shit. I'm like, yo, there's a shit near me. What asshole let their dog shit in my yard and just went about their day? And I'm looking around, and then I see what looks like some type of like Nerf material. It's like orange. It's bright fucking orange, by the way.
Damn.
And then inside, it's like a cage almost. Like there's like 4 strands, like a flower almost, but it's all like, I can't even fucking describe what this looks like. It's just like 4 lines and they're connected, but on the inside it was just caked in brown.
Yeah.
And I was like, who the fuck took like a Nerf thing and smeared shit in it and put it in my yard? Like that was like my running theory. Yo, it smelled like shit. I had to get like a thing to throw it out. I was so fucking disgusted. And then when I was ripping it out, I was like, man, they really like put that into the ground, man. I was
Some
like,
effort. They put some effort in this.
Fuck this.
I was
neighbor.
like, what the fuck is going on here? And then like maybe like a couple months pass, and I noticed that a mushroom is growing around the same location where the shit thing was put.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, it's just like a little white bulb. And I was like, oh man, I gotta fucking deal with mushrooms. Like, and I was looking at this thing and I was like, oh, whatever. Then later I'd leave for work. I come back. When I come back from work, it's a little larger.
Yo.
Is this shit like growing that fast? Like it looked like I could see it a little bigger. And I'm like, damn, there's a little orange tint to that too. And I'm like, is this that fucking Nerf thing? And then I let it grow for a couple more days. And lo and behold, this little white mushroom that was like just like a bulb, it grew into like this cone, like a football shaped thing, until the sides kind of ripped open. And again, it was 4 strands. It was bright orange at this point. It looked like a Nerf foam. And again, it smelled like pure shit. There was all this brown gunk caked on the inside. It was fucking disgusting. So for any listeners out there, you might, maybe I'm growing like gremlins in my yard, or maybe I got some poisonous mushrooms. Holla at your homie, because I am not a nature boy at all. I grew up in the city. I don't know shit about this stuff.
Maybe you have some really good mushrooms growing. Like maybe you can make some money like selling those mushrooms.
I am absolutely
Dry them out
sure.
and go on a trip.
No, I'm absolutely sure you need like horses and shit like that. For
I
those
don't know.
type of
He's
mushrooms.
got dead mole rats all in his grass.
Yeah.
That shit is.
I would not eat the fucking mushrooms that grow off of the dead mole's rat.
Maybe-
It might hit
maybe-
the hardest. Dude.
Maybe the worse they smell, the better that they make you trip, dude. It could happen.
No.
That'd be terrible.
Yeah.
Extremely.
So how are you
terrible.
doing, Tony?
Oh, thank you for asking. My
Man,
right
fuck
hand
you.
man,
Yo,
Pooch, always
what's that?
comes.
I don't
in
want to
the
hear
club.
none of that.
No
right
one,
hand
no
man.
one
Yeah.
wants to be your right hand man.
You know what's
Yo.
so interesting, right? First, you go to Doughboy first, right? We're doing a clap sync at the beginning of this episode. Doughy goes first. And then every single episode, when he asks how people are doing, he always picks Doughboy first. Not only does that show who he actually favors, but in the hierarchy of our viewers, in the view, me and Mateo are the bottom people, okay? And so it just seems like there's some top bias here. That's all I'm saying. I'm witnessing this. I'm calling it. I'm speaking truth to power.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yo,
how
let
there's
me-
favoritism. If I kill this man off within the first 18 minutes of being my right hand man, and you had the whole episode.
Yeah, no, 8 minutes.
Oh.
Don't get it twisted. I remember how long
There's a
it
lot
took
of
for me.
hostility up here in this
Yo,
top level, my nigga. Come on, we got.
Can I see? Can I check out that nice fancy stroller that's behind you? I want to see what my boy is gonna be whipping.
All right, so I was gonna get into that, but we got into the whole upper and lower parts of this region.
Ah,
The thing's pretty smooth. It's one of those even
Does,
flows.
Does it have a cup holder for your beer or?
Facts. Right here.
That looks like a quality stroller. My stroller
does.
was
Look at that
a
zero
hand me
turn
down.
radius.
My cousin, yeah, that shit has like a good. Yeah, my cousin gave me her stroller, which was a decent stroller, but it had gone through a couple babies, so it didn't have the same vitality that like a brand new stroller would have. That stroller looked like that shit could hit 360 degree, 180 degree, 270 degree turn, hairpin angles at a moment's notice. Like it ain't even breaking a sweat.
It's the crazy
Cody's gonna
thing.
J turn that thing right there.
The crazy thing is, Pooch, that the reason why we got it because it grows. So like how Doughboy's car seats give, or is just forever. This was forever too. So this is the newborn car seat that grows into after the 3 months. This will be the regular car seat, and it comes with a base that you can put in the car. So then all you got to do is just take this car seat off and just clip it right into the stroller here. And
yeah, that's how most of the baby strollers work. Yeah, the one my cousin gave me the stroller, the baby the infant seat. And yeah, again, the stroller had a thing. I just had to buy a base for the car, but you just clip the stroller into the thing. Now, obviously, my daughter's not in the car seat no more, or in that little ass car seat no more.
And then
so
literally
just
this shit,
the stroller like that.
Then when they're older, you'll clip this into the damn stroller, and they can sit in this now for
what
long
brand
ass
is this?
time.
Is this Graco?
He took off his headphones. He can't hear you
It's
at all.
Even Flow. I can hear you
How's
guys.
he hearing you?
It's Even Flow. Shout out to Even Flow. All right,
Facts.
we want that sponsorship.
Big supporters
right?
over here. Of Even
Show them
Flow.
features off. What kind of
Facts.
sun visor does it have? Can it
great
block the
sunglasses
sun?
right here, boy.
Oh my god!
Tony, you got to work on presenting stuff, dude.
Yeah, this
do
is
your
horrible.
Vanna White.
Dude, if you hold it like that while the baby's in there,
Ooh.
DC wife's gonna come for that ass, all right?
So it's got even a back support for your child. This is quality stuff here from you.
But is there lumbar support?
The
That's
lumbar.
that's more back support than Tony's got in his chair right now.
That's a fucking fact. But no, yeah, this thing grows with the kid. So, and then on top of that, if we have another one, we can still use that car. If it's still rated, we can still use the car seat, and we'll have two because now you can do two, and it's a modular system. This stroller.
Well,
So
Wow.
yeah,
actually, like
Modular.
I was just looking it up. Actually, if you have triplets next, and you get three of those strollers,
you can do
they
that too.
combine into one giant robot that you
Fucking
can use to fight little
transformer.
baby kaijus.
look at this shit, bro. Look at this, bro. Look at the fucking bro. This is a whole camping type thing. This jit can sleep. Look at that. It's a bed, my G.
Oh wow! It turns into a
Yeah,
bed.
that's
Even Flow.
crazy.
Fire products. Even Flow.
I'm not even gonna
And
lie,
it's
that's
mad durable.
fire.
I could like toss this. Won't even break. Won't even. Oh, but it's
Classic
dope.
movie.
Like,
That's a classic movie moment, right? He tosses it, it just shatters into pieces.
No, and then you can raise this up so it can get up closer to the mother or the father.
Nice.
But it's this thing is fire, dude, and it's gray. Emily wanted to get gray. She didn't want all black. And the
I
gray's
love
good.
gray.
It's like a carbon fiber metallic gray type thing. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I'm throwing a lot of names out there right now, but nah, it's fire, bro. I like it.
That's gorgeous.
Zero turn, everything. But
I don't know, guys. For some reason, I don't think we're actually going to get that Even Flow sponsorship.
why
So
not?
they
It's
didn't put
a-
enough like emphasis on the quality of the build materials, on the feature set that's coming with this Even
What do you
Flow
mean, bro? This-
baby stroller with the car seat attachment and detachment system to attach to a car.
haven't
bed.
used it enough yet.
You need to talk this shit up, all right?
He didn't
Look,
use
I
any of the
have not
corporate
used it
buzzwords.
enough. Even Flow, I haven't used it enough. But I do
You need
have
to hit
one.
them KPIs, man.
I do have one complaint. I have one complaint, Even Flow. This right here, I need to have like an attachment to where I can have a fan here or an attachment for my concealed carry weapon in here. You know what I mean? Like I gotta put like a shotgun or something to protect the little one while I'm out in these streets. Feel me?
So what you want to do is you want to put like your like a Glock holster right on the handle so that you're strolling through like your local Target or Walmart and you're like do and then somebody's like, "Hey, sir, do you know what aisle the bread?" Boom, 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 and you just start clapping.
No.
What's wrong with you?
He has to buy the NRA edition. Baby stroller.
Even Flow, the NRA edition.
The Draco, the Draco holster.
Nah, in all reality though, this is
Got the Draco with your Graco. Got the fuck.
this is a really
a-
good fucking stroller. Like I would recommend this to a lot of people who having kids and stuff. Like the it's just the fact that you can maneuver your child any which way possible, and the flexibility of using it is fantastic. And it's bro, the setup. I thought when you get strollers, you have to build this shit together. All I had to do was just take it out of the box and just pop the wheels in. It's just like a simple interlocking thing. I was like, oh, this is simple as hell. I love this shit. And yeah, we fucks with even flow out here.
Big even flow.
100
tops.
That's gonna be the new even flow slogan.
What?
He fucks with even flow out here.
Nah, but it's definitely a beautiful stroller. Strollers are expensive, mind you. The price was like $350. Don't quote me. It's around, I believe. But no, yeah, man, it was a gift. We got it, and it's fantastic. It's lightweight. That's the big thing. Because I guess as a father or as a mother, it's easy to forget how heavy some strollers could be. And then with a baby in the car seat or in the, you know what I mean? It's like, so this is why we wanted that. So we don't have to take the little one out and wake him up if he's sleeping. It's just a quick click, click, bow, dropping it. Glock inserted, ready to go with the Draco and the Greco. We out here. That's how we doing it.
Greco's a whole different brand.
I am going to put LED lights. Stuff. I'm definitely going to put LED lights on that. Like at the bottom.
That's going to help that baby. It's going to help that baby sleep. That's a good call. You should put your boombox in there too.
I might.
The GPL attachment.
Some sort of lowrider attachment. Got the airbags.
But
yeah, just for any would-be parents that are listening, don't let your children sleep in a car seat, okay? If they're asleep in your car seat and you take them out their car seat and put it in your house, don't let them stay in there for more than 20, 30 minutes or so. Babies like to sleep in car seats, I'll say, all right? But a lot of babies die in their car seats. Parents just leave the baby in the car seat because they're like, oh, they're sleeping, and they'll just let them sleep there for hours, and then they'll come back to a dead baby.
Why would the baby be dead?
It's not a good place to leave your child to sleep. It's not like a proper position. Their air circulation can cut off if they go too down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
right.
it's linked to SIDS, right?
Yeah. So just letting you know that I've been in the position where my daughter's been asleep in the car seat, and I did what you mentioned, put it in the area, and then chill for a little while to get situated and stuff like that. I think they don't recommend that your kid be in a car seat for more than like 2 hours, like something like that. Like there's an amount of time. So just a heads up for some info for Tony and any would-be parents that may be listening, or even current parents that are doing those types of things. Shit. I had one of my family the other day. They have a newborn baby in the car seat facing forward. I'm like, are you out of your fucking mind? What? This shit is crazy. Yeah. So yeah,
you're not supposed to have your baby facing forward.
No.
Newborn.
Not even newborn. My daughter's 1.5 years and she's still facing back.
Okay.
Their body's just not strong enough. Like if you get into a car accident, right, and they're in their car seat, if it's facing like where the back is towards the front, well, they have the back of their head, their neck, their shoulders, their whole back to kind of brace that impact. Whereas if it was the other way, their whole head would just probably detach. What I mean? Like they wouldn't, I don't think it would really detach, but I think they'll break their neck or something like that. Like I don't think they have the support to withstand such an impact. Like,
yeah. And just to throw out there, even flow,
read the fucking instructions and follow them, people.
100% guaranteed products. Even flow, just even flow. We fucks with even flow.
We fucks with even flow. Read the fucking instructions and follow them.
Read the friendly manual. Freaking Double also brought up a good point. Chairs. This old fucking chair that I have has destroyed my back. So I've been on this rant now. You guys know off pod that I've been looking for a new chair, and I think I am gonna buy a Secret Lab chair. 100%. We all sit in these chairs, especially during the pod, at least 2 hours, maybe more. And then during the weekends, God, Jose is killing me. Hold on.
You need to drink some water.
He's dying over there.
All right, Tony's back, boys. Tony is
back.
back.
Why he's replacing this chair, though. This chair looks like it's in pretty solid condition. I like the part right there above his shoulder that's flaking.
This is fake leather. This is that Napa leather.
It's that leather.
But nah, yeah, I'm definitely gonna invest in a good chair because we sit in these chairs like we all game. So it's like any gamer out there, or anybody who plays games for more than 8 hours, or not even for more than 4 hours a day, y'all know a chair is key to the game. So I'm just gonna say, bump it. Secret Labs got great quality chairs here. They got a beautiful 5-year warranty, extended warranty, a 49-day refund and return policy. So it's like, a lot of people say gaming chairs is all hype shit or whatever, but man, the reviews are in, and I've read a lot of them, and I'm gonna take the dive, man.
Is Tony going for the sponsorship this episode? What is going on with this intro here?
Hey, the Secret Labs.
I'm gonna be honest.
Anybody want a drink? Brought to you by Jameson.
We fucks with the JMO boys.
Yo,
Jameson, we go hard, JMO. We go hard in the paint.
Tony, I think they have a Patriots one that you could get for that Secret Labs chair. I know how much you like America's team, so like that is an option if you wanted to get some decals on it.
All right, so yeah, the
so
gaming
proud.
chair is so good. It also has like a reclining thing where you can lay pretty flat, bro, if you want to take a break from the intense Persona 5 cat attacks.
Like it goes flat like a bed?
Yeah, it goes fucking flat, dude. That thing is, and it's a heavy duty for the big boys too, because there's a lot of big boys out there.
I feel like that weight distribution is going to be off if you go flat. I think you go flat, your head's hitting the ground.
I went on YouTube, saw a big boy did it. That thing's big boy. That shit is husk proof. Wait till I get it.
Husk proof.
Huh?
For the listeners out there who don't know, when Tony says husk proof, right? Tony does this thing, right, where he doesn't give a fuck about anybody's furniture. He just sort of like sits in it as hard as he wants.
Incorrect.
And he just sort of abuses things all the time. This happens constantly. And occasionally people call him out for it. They're like, dude, like, you kind of sat on my couch a little hard there, buddy. Like, and he's like, nah, I'm just husk testing it. I want to see if your couch is husk proof. And what he does is then he'll be like, nah, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to break your couch. And if I don't succeed at breaking it, then your couch is husk certified. It could withstand the husk. Why we call this a husk? I don't know. That's a story for another day. We'll invite Everett on the pod to give some deets on that. But,
on the husk.
Yeah.
But yeah, I rate everybody's shit, right? So that's what I do. I'm gonna rate this Secret Lab Titan that I'm about to order, and it's gonna be fire.
The gerbils, not husk proof. The Rock Band drum set, not husk proof.
That plastic.
Poor Sonic
shit.
3.
Everett's grandmother's chair. Not
ever damaged that. That was a pre-damage.
That wasn't us certifying it. Just broke.
Yeah. Last thing too is that I'm gonna buy that chair, right? And this past yesterday actually, I was at a flag football league tournament or something. Like whatever. It was a flag football game. A couple of my boys are in it. So they're like, yo, come on, chill and show love, whatever. I was like, fuck it. I don't really got nothing to do in the morning. So I went out there or whatever. And now I regret it because I don't know if you can see it, but your boy got burnt out there. Arms are fucking burnt to the core.
Aren't you out in the sun every day? I thought you would have your tolerance built up.
No, but I have long sleeves. Like
I'm basically a mole person. I just been work from home for the past year. I'm not looking forward to this Texas summer where I'm actually going to get out and about because I'm going to get sunburned just constantly, and I never get sunburned.
Lotion up, man. Sunscreen, got to. I think the problem with this is that I put Jergens on before I left, and I think the Jergens
cooked you.
Yeah,
it
bro.
Cooked you.
Like that shit baked the hell out of me.
Yeah,
shout out to Jergens. Jergens is great.
Like
healing lotion for the skin,
oh
yo.
My God.
I ain't even going front. Jergens is the only lotion I would ever wear because all the other lotions leave me mad wet and I don't know. But I'm just saying.
Let's whip out that new Jergens tagline. Jergens, we know what you're really doing.
Hey.
Lubriderm, okay?
Lubriderm.
All day. All right,
really.
Lubriderm.
Nah.
All
It's just
right.
not even proper. You guys are still using lotion. You guys are supposed to use cream if you guys want to do proper moisturizing. Look, let me give you a little background, all right? A long time in my adolescence, I used to box, right? Meaning I used to throw a lot of punches. I used to punch a lot of things, all right? I've got some ashy motherfucking knuckles, all right? It's the thing. I got some ashy knuckles, yo. And so I would put lotion constantly. And all the lotion does, it's like a Band-Aid, you know? It makes it look, my hands look nice and moisturized for now, but they'll get ashy again later. That was until I discovered O'Keefe's working hands for a working man, okay? This thing has revitalized the skin on my hand. This shit looks like you can't. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look at them knuckles. Nice and fresh. Dude, like a newborn's ass, all right? It's my hands are now pristine, all right? It's O'Keefe's working hands. And for all you athletes out there who also got working feet, like myself, O'Keefe makes a working feet product, okay?
Wow.
And that shit works wonders. It's brought back the vitality and the life back to my feet. Shout out to O'Keefe's.
If you mix them up, what happens to your hands and feet? Like you use the working hands on your feet, you use the working feet on your hands?
Yeah, I don't think there's a difference. I think they just have a different branding just to sell that, you know? Like you can't call your lotion, your cream, working hands, and then go and put it on your foot. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
So,
what sponsorship you about to whip out here, Tony? What's going on? Over
Also, for sunburns, shout out to CVS. Feel me?
That is just
Too much. There you go.
Right.
Sunburn relief cooling gel.
Facts.
motherfucker got Walmart brand.
My wife got it actually for me. I didn't really go out there and buy this shit. But shout outs to Walmart too. Feel me? I fucks with Walmart. You feel me? We don't do. I only fucks with Publix for the subs. Shout out to them as well.
You fuck with Wally World?
Yeah, I'd stop fucking with Wally World for a little bit because they just stopped doing the 24 hours open shit. I used to love. Me and Emma used to go there 2 a.m., 3 a.m. We couldn't sleep. You know, we wake up, do our thing, and then go to Walmart. Yo, there's a bunch of shit at Walmart that you can just get.
That's how you end up with all the weirdos, man. The weirdest people in the fucking world go to Walmart at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Oh,
you didn't hear what Tony
I'll
just
stay
said?
strapped, buddy. I go to the... What?
He's like, I used to love going to Walmart at 2 a.m. We would wake up and do our thing and then go to Walmart. Who the fuck is waking up at 1 o'clock in the morning and then deciding to go to Walmart? It's a fucking weirdo. What time are you sleeping that you're waking up in the middle of the night to go to Walmart?
We go to bed like 10, 11.
And he's going over there with a gun. Mateo, you're right. The fucking
on
weirdo.
2 hours of sleep. He's going over there sleep deprived with a gun to Walmart.
Nah, we's out there
I wish
pushing.
a motherfucker would. He's gonna whip out the fucking Draco. Out
Excuse
his
me,
Draco
sir.
fucking
Bow, bow, bow,
parachute.
bow, bow. Bitch was coming at me sideways. I'm half asleep. Bitch got me nervous. No, all fairness, gun control and all that. Be safe, guys. Don't.
I guess it's a good thing. Guess it's a good thing y'all are out in Florida with that stand your ground bullshit.
I don't know. Some of that shit
works.
won't work, man. Some of it won't work. You can. I literally think that shit depends on certain aspects, but we'll get into that another time. Yeah, but that shit's wild.
So Tony, you remember last time that we asked you how your day was, and you went for like 30 minutes, and then you got offended that we did the little like the video with the 20 minutes.
Yeah,
later
it's
or
coming.
whatever?
It's coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I have a lot of good things that happen every week. Like everything I got a story every week because some shit just happens. You know?
I'm gonna be honest. I went into this episode a little blind. I don't know what the topics are. I thought we were talking Secret Labs. I thought that was a topic. I was like, all right, we're talking about lumbar support. I'm cool with that.
No, yeah, we all need chairs. Well, look at all of our chairs. I guarantee only Mateo's the only one that has a great chair.
I got a good chair.
You know?
It's not a fancy chair. I got a good chair though.
Talking to this, we are going to go into Secret Lab talks now. A Hewler Miller chairs? Am I saying it right? A Herman Miller chairs?
That sounds better.
Yeah,
I don't know if
probably
that's
Herman.
right, but that sounds
I think it's
better.
Herman Miller. Sorry,
Bueller Miller.
I was thinking of Bueller, and then Hewler came in. But
Human Waller.
yeah, those chairs are fucking expensive.
Actual office chairs are pricey, dude.
Dude, I looked at it. I'm like, yo, where's the high back support? But I guess you don't need it because how it just, bro.
It's because of the way they adjust. Like your gaming chair is gonna have like a tilt and a height and maybe an angle thing or something.
Does.
But that's about it. Your office chair. I mean, I've got like 7 adjustments here on the bottom of this chair for various things.
How do you know
the height? Just kind of what feels good for your seating position. You want to be upright. You want to have your lower back touching. Typically, you don't want to really have like your lean on. Just all depends.
There's like the chair height. There's the seat itself. Usually is on a sled, so you could move it in and out and lock it in a position. There's the tilt. There's how even if you say you wanted to unlock it to like lean back. Like a lot of people like to see. I like to lock my chair. If I unlock the shit, I'd be laying like a dick. People like to sit like that. I don't. Whatever. If you did want to sit that way, though, a lot of people like to leave their chair unlocked. There's like a thing you could adjust that'll. It's almost like pounds of resistance, pretty much. So it's like you have to lean back really hard in order for the chair to go back. So it'll basically give you like a solid support until you really lean back. Then you could adjust where your lumbar support is and things like that. Yeah, like Mateo said, there's like 7 different things you could adjust on those chairs. I have lumbar? A chair. I don't know what kind of chair it is. I remember I looked it up. These things are barely name brand too. I tried to find it because when I started working from home, I was like, yo, I want my office chair at home. When I looked it up, it was like $1,200. I was like, yo, these motherfuckers are spending $1,200 on an office chair. Like, that's just crazy.
Yep, that was the average cost of the chairs in my office. It's nuts, dude. Obviously, you get like a bulk discount when you're buying, like 50 chairs at once or something. But still, it's crazy.
That's insane, dude. I thought that $2,000 chair was crazy, but damn, I'm in the wrong business. I should have been selling chairs.
Selling chairs.
Facts. But you know what's good with good chairs? You can watch a lot of good movies and stuff without dealing with back pains. Damn. Know what I'm saying? Talking about movies, I actually watched Hancock again for the 5th time. Yeah, I'm not gonna say.
You're gonna say you finished Hamilton. I was gonna be proud of you.
Doughy would probably call that movie Dick Cock.
Dick Cock.
Yeah, Dick Cock or
Cock Cock.
Cock. That's beast though, but don't ever call that shit that again.
I call it penis cock.
Wow.
Shout out to Felix, all right? He always laughs his ass off and he can't stand when Doughy inserts the word cock into other words. That's like a moment that always brightens my day is when Doughy does that, which I've just learned to completely ignore, and then Felix reacts to it, and that shit is just funny. Like Doughy will be like, "Yeah, I'm still playing Persona cock." He's like, "Why you gotta do it? Persona's the whole name. It's you already said it. You don't gotta add a cock. It's not like
he'll be playing a game, and I'm like, "Oh, you're playing Trials of Cold Steel Cock."
Trials of cold cock.
It's because you attack.
Trials of cold hard cock.
I'll just give it I'll keep asking him, but in like
variations of it. But I did come up while watching this movie, I did say to myself, is Will Smith a better actor than most of these actors out here in these movies? So then I told myself I wanted to put a versus to each one of these actors, right? So Will Smith versus Denzel. Who are y'all taking and why?
Are we going off of like everything they've ever done?
Yes.
Because like Will Smith is a platinum musician. He's got multiple platinum records. He's one of the best selling musicians of all time.
I think we're talking acting only, right?
No, yeah, their acting skills in all the movies they did, not their movies in general.
But like, how are we thinking about this though? Like, are we thinking like, could Denzel have played Will Smith's character in Hancock? Because the answer is absolutely no.
Fuck no.
Could you imagine Denzel doing that goofy fucking Hancock movie?
Oh man,
no. You're ridiculous.
Take him so seriously.
You're ridiculous.
I don't think I would take him serious. Nah.
But But to that level though, I mean, Will Smith has more range for sure.
That's, in my opinion, that's what I will give Will Smith, is that he could play a wider variety of characters, but I do not think he could even like hold a candle up to like the shit that Denzel has put out in the past 20, 30 years. I'm just like, Denzel just flat out beats him, in my opinion, even though in my opinion, that's the problem with Denzel, is like he's very one-dimensional acting style. It's Denzel in the next movie, and you're like, okay, what is he gonna do in this movie? Like, it's you remember those movies you were talking about last weekend, Pucho? What was that? It's like that Hick. He had like a billion movies. Ernest goes to the jail. Ernest goes to school. It's kind of like that. Like, it's just Denzel, but like in a new setting, in a new
I don't know how you remember what the hell we talked about last weekend. For me, all these podcasts just blending together. It's just one big long conversation.
I feel like I've said the same story like 30 times now. I just keep going for it, you know? Nah, dude, Ernest Scared Stupid. That's the only Ernest movie I liked. With the trolls, they filled up all the water guns with milk.
What
movie
Ernest
is
Goes to
this?
Camp and Ernest Goes to Jail is pretty good too.
Ernest Goes to Jail is funny.
I didn't see any of these movies.
So to answer your question, Tony, Ernest is definitely the better actor out of Will Smith.
Honestly, that I would say Will Smith is the better range wise, but quality like classic movies, it'll be hard to say because I think
I'm trying to think of like a good like deep role that Will Smith has done. Like, what is there, like 7 pounds?
Pursuit of Passion,
Pursuit of
Happiness is probably
7 pounds. Pursuit of Happiness. Yeah,
those are the two big ones, right? I can't think of anything else he's done that's really like a serious role.
no, unless you consider Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
I mean, yeah, if you want, we could throw in TV shows, but then I don't think Denzel has even been in TV. My man only does Hollywood productions.
He might have started in TV or something, but it's not what he's famous for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, the man went to Fordham University, yo. Shout out to that man. He was from New York.
Denzel?
Yeah.
He did also help
family.
He did also help Chadwick Boseman get his start, apparently.
Yeah.
It's amazing. He told oh man, Tyler the Creator had a good story about meeting Denzel Washington. It was the first time that he was like at an industry party, and it was just so many famous people there, and Tyler the Creator and his boys had like never met these people, so they were like starstruck. And when they met Denzel Washington, they were like, oh my god. And you know, he kind of put them on game. He's like, listen man, he's like, make sure you act like you're supposed to be here. As excited as you are to meet us and stuff like that, you belong here. You're here with us. So don't be too starstruck. You know what I mean? Like, I guess they were too hype, and he was telling them to calm down a little bit. But it's funny. He seems like a nice guy. He gives me uncle vibes.
Like Uncle Snoop?
Like just wisdom, trying to throw wisdom at the young people and shit like that whenever he's around.
Uncle Ruckus vibes.
Yeah, well, I don't know about that. I would say that Kevin Samuels is a lot of like fucking Uncle Ruckus, but like different.
Let's not talk about this.
Okay, no, we gotta focus back.
Yeah, go back.
So, just aside from the range, I'll say one thing about the range though. It's kind of a shame. When unfortunately when you're talking about like people of color, what tends to happen a lot is that people get typecasted. So like I would tend to agree that I think Will Smith has shown that he could act in a wider variety of roles. I also feel like Denzel even though we look at it like he could only play one character, you could also say he only ever gets casted as one character, right? So it's like it's hard to see like. I think Denzel did theater when he was, younger, and even like movies and TV and shit. So like, I'm sure he did different types of roles there, but yeah, I'm not sure.
You are correct. I just looked it up.
What?
Yeah, he started off in TV. He had a few like little handful, like tiny roles. That's how it tends to go with those kind of things.
Yeah. One thing I will say is that I would say that Denzel was more successful in having a child than Will Smith. Okay, Denzel's son is a better actor than Will Smith's son.
Then Jaden Smith.
Jaden Smith.
Who's Denzel's son?
He has two sons. He has 2 sons. But
I'm talking about the one important.
Yeah.
One.
Wow.
You ever watch Black Klansman?
Oh yeah, I heard of it. That's the Michael Scott joint, right?
No.
Yeah.
No,
Is
it?
I don't think it
Yeah,
is.
it's the Spike
He's
Lee
calling
joint.
a Spike Lee joint. He's saying it's a
Oh,
Michael Scott
okay.
joint. Yeah, there's another movie I forgot. It just came out on Netflix. There's like two. It's like two actors. Two actors. It's the girl from Spider-Man, MJ, and him as well. I think it's just them in a house talking the whole movie. I was watching it with Brian the other day. And he's also in Tenet, the Christopher Nolan movie.
I just saw that he's in Tenet.
So like the dude, he's got some acting chops. I would say from those few roles, I would say that he could kind of fill that role like his dad did, but he could be goofy and humorous, where I think it's hard to see Denzel being a goofball. Like he's such a serious actor. Like I don't know.
I was just looking up to see like if he's ever done anything that's not like a drama or an action movie, and it doesn't look like he has.
Yeah, he does like action, thriller, drama is what I've normally seen him in.
I will say though, Will Smith's son does bring up a really good point though. Probably my favorite celebrity quote of all time. How can mirrors be real if our eyes aren't real?
Oh my god.
He has some. All right. Also, in his defense, okay,
He has a beautiful soul. I'll give it to
I'm
you.
not going there. I don't know what kind of soul he has. I don't even know but he has the misfortune of growing up in the internet age while being famous. So think of all the edgy shit you used to post on your fucking video game forums and shit like they used to, use when you were a kid. But all of that is like public information forever. Like, I don't know. I was just thinking about it the other day. Like I remember on one site I had like a cheesy quote from Chrono Trigger, like Magus. Just like such an edgelord quote from the video game, and I was just like, ugh. I associated that with myself, and it's like, if you think about it, like, if you're famous and you got something like that, like people are gonna make fun of you for it. Everything you do, people are gonna make fun of.
Yeah,
but I don't think I ever questioned whether my eyeballs were real.
So my thought process behind this Denzel versus Will Smith thing is there are plenty of movies that I could see. Plenty of Denzel Washington roles that I could see Will Smith stepping into and doing a decent job.
For sure.
I think he could step into almost any of his roles and do a decent job.
Training Day?
I think Will Smith could have done it.
Yeah.
I think he's got a little bit of that darkness in him.
I think it'll be a little tough though.
I think
Will Smith has like that little comedic edge that it'll take a little bit of the oomph off of all those really tense moments.
There's a little bit of goofiness in like Training Day. I mean, Training Day is not the best example because there is a little bit of goofiness in Training Day. Like, he's chewing scenery and being like over the top ridiculous. But I would have an easier time seeing Will Smith step into any of Denzel's roles than believing that Denzel could step into every single one of Will Smith's roles.
No, that's a fact. Like I could see like Will Smith for sure doing like John Q or doing like The Equalizer, or what was that movie where Denzel went back in time? Like that one just seemed like a Will Smith action movie to me.
That was so good. I forgot what that I know what you're talking about.
We forgot another good serious Will Smith one. Dude, that Ali movie was awesome.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
That was a very good movie.
And
I love
Denzel's in that movie, right?
I don't think so.
No, Jamie Foxx is in that movie.
Jamie Foxx.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a good movie for sure. So we're gonna just chalk it up and say Will Smith is probably better.
James Tony.
Oh, absolutely not. I'm definitely going for
I'm in the Denzel camp. Also, we need a vote. Okay, like we need to figure this out because this whole versus thing, the music thing, fuck versus. All right, you guys don't pick a winner. I don't like your show. I thought you guys picked winners. I remember like after every versus, people would be like, oh, Ludacris won that one. And I just kind of take it in face value. I didn't realize that everybody just walked away with their own opinions. The shit is dumb. Mm-hmm. It's just everybody walked in with the same opinion people had.
I think,
could you imagine the movie 8 Mile if no one won any of the rap battles? They just walked away at the end.
I think the reason why they do that is they don't want some artists to feel any type of shade or
they gotta feel the shade. That's the whole point of it. Then they're gonna snap back and drop a diss record against their verses, and then you get some fake real beef. You know
what this tricked us into, Pooch? This tricked us into arguing the boomer argument against participation trophies. Everyone's a winner.
Participation trophies.
I'm voting. When I say that I'm voting for Denzel Washington, I'm voting Will Smith off of this planet and all of his movies. That's the way I'm taking this. Yeah, I'm voting them off of this planet. I'm definitely saying that we're just gonna keep all the Denzel content.
I don't know about that.
And so I'm Denzel.
I like this. This has stakes.
If that's the way we're going, I've got to go Will Smith though, because I'd get more. I've gotten more entertainment over my lifetime out of Will Smith movies than Denzel movies.
Yeah, I'm going Will
every
Smith.
Denzel movie is the same.
Doing that,
every Denzel movie is the same. He's played the same character in every single movie, which maybe, like Pucho said, is not necessarily his fault. But he's always the same dude. Denzel is Denzel.
Yeah,
like it doesn't matter if he's Training Day Denzel. Doesn't matter if he's Malcolm X Denzel. Doesn't matter if he's Equalizer Denzel. Man on Fire Denzel. It's all the same Denzel.
I just love me some Denzel. Then I guess you know what I mean. Yo, this man just does it for me, bro.
Yeah, I would go Denzel. I could do without some of those Will Smith movies.
Tony, you on Team Will Smith or Denzel?
I'm on Will Smith, boy.
Damn. Okay, so now that it's a tie, how are we doing a tiebreaker?
Get jiggy with it. I forgot the music industry. Will Smith.
No,
Denzel wasn't
my
dropping
initial
albums.
question, and you denied me. What?
I denied you.
I'm voting his music off of Earth 2. Fuck that bullshit.
We could do evens and odds.
What about just the two of us?
We can make it if we. That's what me and Mateo are saying right now.
Whose song was that? That's not even.
Yeah,
there's not even Will Smith's song.
Exactly.
Somebody
There's the
else's
original.
song, but
That's how good he is. That's how good
We'll just
he
keep
is.
the original.
He sampled it. It's like Kenny Rogers or something, I think.
Damn. I thought it was like one of the Isley, but I don't know. All right, how are we handling this tiebreaker?
We could do evens odds. We could all count of 3, toss a 1 or a 2.
That's a fact.
What does that mean?
We choose Will Smith as odds, Denzel's evens. We count the fingers at the end. Whichever one wins.
Oh, I see. Okay.
What, wouldn't one person always win? The odd person?
No. You pick. All right, Denzel's even. Will Smith's odds. And the count of 3, though, you put up a 1 or a 2.
We all do it at the same time.
Count the fingers at the same time. All right.
You'll
Why
figure it out.
Why are you confused? You've got one finger or two fingers. At the count of 3, put one of them up. And we're going to count everybody's fingers. And if it's an even number, Denzel wins. If it's an odd number, Will Smith wins.
Okay.
This isn't controversial.
1, 2, 3.
That's Will Smith.
Damn, Will Smith wins. All of Denzel's movies are banished from planet Earth.
Goodbye, Denzel.
Maybe he could listen. It's just the two of us out there in space. Fuck out of here.
So,
I don't want to live in a world
all right,
without
so
Denzel.
my next one.
But you get Hitch, man. He'll show you how to pick up the ladies.
Yeah.
So you could replace Will Smith's Hitch with this other piece of shit guy that's been making the rounds on the YouTubes.
Ooh, welcome to Earth.
So my next one is, right?
By the way, he never said Earth. He definitely said Earth in that clip. I don't know why the internet is convinced that he says Earth.
I say Earth all the time.
What's our next matchup, Tony?
Robin Williams versus Tom Hanks.
That's a tough one.
They both have range.
Yo, shout out to Flabber. What's the name?
Flubber.
Flubber. You can't do a shout out if you're gonna fuck the name.
For real.
Flubber. That was my crack. All right, I love Flubber.
Right.
Flubber was fire. Yo, there was this movie. There was this movie where fucking this guy Robert Williams had like rapid aging, and he was trying to bang out Jennifer Lopez, who was his teacher. I love that movie. I had the hots on her too, but you know what? Fuck Jennifer Lopez now, because she's not from the Bronx. She never claimed the Bronx, and she's never gonna be from the Bronx.
She definitely claims from the. She definitely claims the
Yeah.
Bronx.
We don't want her. She can keep
Sure.
her.
All right, I'm saying
We don't
your
want her,
statement's
Jenny.
inaccurate.
Wait,
Jenny
why do we not want Jennifer Lopez?
Because
she played Selena. I will have you know,
Good.
and
yes, Made in New York.
that gives her a pass
Made
for
in
the rest of her
Manhattan.
life.
You botched all these titles.
The Cell, pretty good.
So,
But in my opinion,
how about the movie Enough? All the
she
women out there in the
used-
world, they love some good Enough.
she
Where
used
her husband abused her, and then she went and trained and learned some like martial arts abilities, and she punches her husband to death.
That's like you remember the movie Double Jeopardy back in the day? It's kind of like that movie.
Yeah, but better. Some would say. I would say worse, but
But yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Robin Williams versus Tom Hanks.
So Robbie Williams, the singer, versus Tom Hanks.
also, why is Doughy calling him Robert Williams?
I don't know.
That's
That's
how
why
I
he
was
said
making
that. That's why he said that.
It's killing me. And we go look it up. His name, Robin, it's actually Robert. Like his real name is Robin is just a stage name or some shit.
Terrible. Me personally, I like Robin Williams more than Tom Hanks, even though Tom Hanks did a lot of great films. I just think growing up wise, Robin Williams probably touched me more movie wise.
I grew up on a
really
lot
bad,
of
dude.
I grew up on a lot of 80s Tom Hanks movies.
exactly.
Oh yeah, see, I didn't.
And there are some fantastic ones. I mean, Big is a classic.
Amazing. The guy with the one red shoe,
The Money Pit.
the Money Pit. Yep. Dude, he has some incredible 80s films. So I don't think I could, even with how amazing Robin Williams is and like Mrs. Doubtfire and stuff like that, I would still have to pick Tom Hanks all fucking
But
day.
I would say that we're in another situation. I think Robin Williams, honestly, is the better actor for me, and I think he's
Yes.
funnier. To me, he's just better. But then when you look at the movies that they picked, right? Like Tom Hanks had Spielberg in his corner, okay, so he was getting all them Spielberg hits. Like like your man's in Saving Private Ryan. It's a classic.
Classic.
People sleeping. We forgetting Forrest Gump, the OG first movie that everybody was the world is hyped off. Tom Hanks.
You're forgetting some good Robin Williams movies too, though. Because
I'm not.
You got Good Will Hunting.
Mm-hmm.
You got Good Morning Vietnam.
Mm-hmm.
You got that really weird movie Toys. I don't know if y'all ever saw that one. That one was fucking bizarre though.
Toys?
Yeah,
No.
it's very fucking weird.
Mhm.
The Bicentennial Man.
I like me some Bicentennial Man.
Mm-hmm.
We're failing to state the greatest Robin Williams movie ever.
Dead Poet Society. Hook.
Oh shit, Dead Poet Society is a good cut
Yeah,
too.
Dead Poets is a good one too.
But yeah,
Aladdin.
Hook, man.
Aladdin.
Yes, his voiceover work. You can't even count him out there. Like as Aladdin, as the genie.
man. Tom Hanks is Woody in Toy Story. 4 movies strong too. So like they I don't know. It's a good comparison here.
Yeah, this is a real head
This
to
is a
head.
good heads up.
Also,
Say this: Tom Hanks have been making bangers from the 80s all the way till now.
Okay,
he's still making bangers.
I'm gonna tell y'all my tiebreaker on this actually because I figured it out. I got the cheat code to this. Tom Hanks has one really cool son. And he's got one really shitty son. That Chet Hanks, fuck you, Chet Hanks. You suck.
It's a white boy summer. All right, it's gonna be a white boy summer.
That sounds like a threat. There's no way that statement doesn't sound like a threat. And Robin Williams has Zelda Williams, and she's phenomenal. She's a gamer. She's cool as hell. Like, I think it's Robin Williams for me. Bye, Tom Hanks. I'm gonna miss you because you played a really good Mr. Rogers.
you also forgot about Toys.
We just said it.
I didn't. When y'all say that, I didn't hear you say
Just
that.
like
Tony's not in the
30
conversation.
seconds ago.
He's just on IMDb.
He's like, yep.
stay in the combo, man. Get the fuck out of IMDb.
I'm just naming them great ones that I remember
He's going down the greatest lists.
of my list.
He googled Tom Hanks versus Robert Williams.
Nah,
He's like, this Robert Williams didn't make shit. Okay, this is the Tom Hanks
Robert
win.
Williams. Yo,
Robert Williams just a PA on this movie back in 2001. This guy sucks.
I got my vote. Okay,
okay.
as I also have a tiebreaker. Okay, in my old apartment complex, there was this duck. This duck that used to visit all the time. We used to hang out on this bench in front of this little pond by my house, have some drinks. And this duck, we named the duck Robin Williams. Ever since we gave that duck a name, the duck never stopped coming back.
What the fuck?
I don't know how he got the name Robin Williams. It was probably Cisco or my brother.
It was me and Cisco. We named him. I think I named him Robin Williams. I'm gonna be dead ass. I don't want to like put it out there, but we have to ask Cisco.
Why didn't you name him Robert Williams?
Yeah,
I think he might have been named Robert Williams, and then everybody
and
just
Cisco
corrected me.
it.
Yeah, facts. Cisco probably fixed that shit.
So I'm voting Robert Williams. So
Robin
Yeah,
or
I can't-
Robin? What are we saying here?
Robin, come on, man. I'm just trolling, dude.
I can't-
Chipotle. I'm voting Chipotle.
Chipotle?
I can't give up Tom Hanks, and Chet Hanks. Although have y'all watched him speak to patois?
No.
Speak to patois?
No, he was. I guess had some friends that were from Jamaica and stuff like that. That had
think
like
his
was
mom.
giving him. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that ended up happening.
I did find that very fucking weird. That everybody was like anybody who's light skinned that talks patois, they want to make fun of them. But like, there's a lot of places. This world, like my old roommate Ivan, right? Ivan's maybe my skin color, maybe a little lighter. His family, they're from an island actually, he's from 2 islands that talks patois. Like, I think his mom comes from an island in Nicaragua, his dad from an island in Colombia, like off the coast of these countries. And they're like, it's like they have a lifestyle similar to like West Indian, like Jamaican, like Bahamian, and they speak patois. Like when Ivan talks, you hear him talking, he speaks fluent English. He gets on the phone with his aunt, and you go, "God damn! I didn't know you were Jamaican." And then then you learn like, oh shit, there's other cultures that speak similarly.
That's dope.
These languages that I think they refer to as broken English. I feel like that's rooted in some racism or something.
Very.
I'm interested in what I don't know if only Jamaicans call their language patois. I don't know what like other like island cultures like refer to their English language.
I think in Louisiana they use that term too. I think it's also called patois down in Louisiana. But obviously, there's the Jamaican roots with.
Wait, you talking about that Cajun?
Nah, he's talking about Creole, right?
Yo, them Cajun people are weird.
It's all rooted together though, because like patois is like this mixture of like English and like French and like it's it's a melting pot kind of language, from my understanding at least.
Yeah.
But
same with Creole. It's just French and African languages.
So you taking Tom or Robin?
I'm going Robin, man. The duck.
I'm going Tom Hanks.
Mateo?
Robin, dude. Robin all day.
Robin 3 ways.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Bye Tom.
Bye Tom Hanks.
Yeah, bye Tom Hanks.
It hurts me a lot because Apollo was Apollo 13. I love that movie.
That's it.
I think that movie gave me a fear of flying. Just seeing them in outer space about to die, it made me very afraid of.
Damn.
Saving Private Ryan's gonna be real weird with
oh my god,
with Will Smith in it instead of Tom Hanks.
You could just
he could play that part.
Mel Gibson, just put Mel Gibson in there.
No, is Mel Gibson still canceled? He's probably still canceled, right?
He's coming off.
He made that Get the Gringo. And then he made more shit. He's accepted
we
again.
did have this conversation in the Infinite podcast. It just runs in my head.
Yeah. So the next on the verses, it might be easy for some of you, maybe not. Arnold Schwarzenegger versus Stallone himself.
What you talking like that for?
So
I don't know.
easy.
I just felt like saying that like
Dude,
that.
the Terminator. Terminator 1 is in my top 10 movies of all time.
Holy shit.
Fuck Terminator 2. All y'all Judgment Day motherfuckers that want to come through talking about Terminator 2 is better, go eat a fat one, all right? I don't trust you. I don't want you in my house.
There is only one sci-fi
Terminator
movie.
1.
There's only one sci-fi movie in existence that's better than Terminator 1.
Demolition Man.
Oh, I thought he was gonna say that.
No.
I'm kidding. I thought you just was going to go for the Stallone one up.
Alien.
Again, Alien 1 is the best Alien in the franchise. If you're one of
100%.
these Alien 2 guys, you're not welcome in my house. I mean, I like Alien 2, okay? I'm not going to shit on it, but it ain't better than Alien.
Yep.
Damn, better. I like me some good I like Terminator 1 better, but I really like Alien.
Yeah, for me, Alien is just like one of the most perfect sci-fi. I think it is probably the most perfect sci-fi movie that I've ever seen.
For sure.
But yeah, Terminator is so close, so far up there.
What was the name of the ship in that movie? It's escaping me. I remember I love the name of the ship in Alien.
The Normandy? That's not the Normandy. That's Mass
It's like
Effect.
an N, like Norvos.
That's Mass
Norovos.
Effect.
No, Nostromo.
The Nostromo. Yeah.
Nostromo.
Nostromo. Yeah. I don't know. I always like that name.
Okay, so I am not the biggest Sylvester Stallone fan, but the first Rambo, perfect movie. The first Rambo is a perfect movie. Rocky, the first Rocky is amazing. One of the greatest sports movies of all time.
Yeah.
Just the 90s alone, we have Cliffhanger, Judge Dredd, Demolition Man.
You gotta stay off IMB, bro, or MBI,
list the good ones though, because Demolition Man is the only good one you listed out of those movies so far.
Cliffhanger? That movie,
you didn't like it? It's pretty good.
I don't think anybody liked
Cliffhanger's okay.
He just climbed a mountain for an hour and a half, right?
Have you climbed the mountain?
In case of money.
Something with a helicopter too, right? Doesn't he fight a helicopter at some point?
He fights a helicopter.
He
fights a helicopter in First Blood as well. He defeats it.
Oh, that man hates helicopters.
Yeah, dude, the first Rambo is best Rambo. I think I'm a first movie bitch, okay? I like the first movies and series. I feel like they kind of nail the essence of what things are supposed to be. And then once everybody likes it, then they go for the fan service. They go for the big action and I don't know.
It's the curse of Hollywood.
This
is Hollywood.
Stallone
This is why Phantom Menace is the best movie.
Which one?
First Star Wars, the best Star Wars. Son of a bitch. I also think A New Hope is the best Star Wars movie. It's my favorite.
It's the only self-contained
kind of
one.
Controversial. Yeah. And like the liberal swine that I am, you know, I'm very proud that Sylvester Stallone single-handedly defeated communism. Okay. So I don't know if you guys remember. he brought the hammer and sickle down and destroyed communism. In Rocky IV, he defeated Ivan Drago, and he brought down the Soviet Union. He ended communism and brought democracy to planet Earth. Like,
can we talk about how Hulk Hogan's character in Rocky III or whatever is named Thunderlips?
Thunderlips. What? Thunderlips. The ultimate man.
How do you get that nickname? How has that become the name you want to go on stage and fight with?
It was horrible. In Rocky 3, as a kid, Rocky 3 was my favorite Rocky because Hulk Hogan was in it.
And Mr. T too, right?
Mr. T was in it too, yeah.
Yo, Mr. T.
Two frequenters of the WWF, okay? So I was into it, you know? Mr. T, Clubber Lang. But that was a horrible Rocky movie.
I think personally, we're not shining our light too much on Arnie. Arnie had a lot of good movies, bro.
Oh, that's because we don't even need to mention how good Arnie's movies are. Every single Arnold Schwarzenegger movie is an instant classic. Name me a bad Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. You can't do it.
You remember Eraser? Eraser was fire.
Mm-hmm. That gun that could shoot through the walls.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Fucking Jingle All the Way. Fucking classic, bro.
Kindergarten Cop. That movie was fun.
Kindergarten Cop. Conan the Barbarian.
Conan. Okay. James Earl Jones as the bad guy in Conan, that hurt my stomach. It didn't look right. It didn't look right.
You want to talk about those David Diggs eyes, though? James Earl Jones, when he gives him that look with that long, super straightened hair for whatever reason.
That's what hurt me. It was the straightened hair. I was like, this doesn't look right. Well, he had an interesting name, too. That's escaping me.
What is best in life, though?
So, let's get the vote.
Total Recall.
No. Wait,
Predator.
We're still discussing. It's not vote time yet.
Yeah,
I already know what.
We haven't shined a good light on Arnold yet. That's what I'm saying. You got Terminator 1 and 2, two great movies. One is better. You got Jingle All the Way. You got Kindergarten Cop. You got
Last
Predator,
Action Hero.
Last Action Hero. Oh my god, I used to love Last Action Hero. My
Last
favorite
Ac- Last
part of
Action-
Last Action Hero was seeing Sylvester Stallone as the Terminator. They had the poster where they like swapped the roles, and I remember thinking, "Oh my god, would this be better?" Like he looks so badass as the Terminator that I was like, "All right, this we got to see this." Like,
Last Action Hero alone, just for like subverting that whole like with like 80s action persona that Arnie had built up, and he's willing to do a movie that's just making fun of that entire thing. So good. Also
Commando.
Also the head of House Lannister was the bad dude.
Oh man.
Oh, you're right. It was not. I was gonna say Tyrion Lannister.
Tywin.
No. Tywin. Tywin is the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
Yo,
He's he's not the real bad guy.
No, he's the real bad guy.
No,
he kills the other guy.
Isn't he the okay? Because Tywin has the glass eye. I remember that.
Mm-hmm.
But like in his nightmares, there's the guy with the yellow raincoat that kills his son. Like that's supposed to be like the bad guy in the real world. Like when he exits the movie, like that's what he tries to save the kid from that guy.
Yep.
But Last
What
Action
movie
Hero,
is
man,
this?
what a fucking
Last Action
movie.
Hero. I don't think I've ever watched this.
Oh
it's
my
good.
god, it's so good. Basically, this kid goes to the movie theaters and he tells the ticket salesman how much he loves movies and all of that. And the guy's like, "Oh, you really love? All right, here's a special thing." He gives this kid a golden movie ticket.
That he got
Why
from
the fuck
Harold
was this
Houdini.
golden ticket this fucking big? I don't know. So he has this golden movie ticket. He goes in to watch his favorite actor, Arnold Schwarzenegger. He sits in this movie watching the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, and then the golden ticket does some magical shit, and the kid gets sucked into the movie.
Awesome.
And so then now he's in the movie world, and he's running around with Arnold Schwarzenegger. They go into like a Blockbuster or something like that, and then you see like a lot of Arnold's movies in real life, but in this world, it's other actors. So you see Sylvester Stallone as the Terminator in like a poster, and it was so fucking cool. And yeah, so the movie's just an action movie of this kid and Arnold running around, and he's in awe that like he's with his hero, and yeah. Then they exit. Then he exits the movie and goes to the real world and saves the kid. This movie was fire, yo.
It's over the top. It's ridiculous. It's got like the only good Megadeth song ever recorded. Like it's one of the songs in the movie.
What's the movie that he plays a spy and his wife is the lady from Star Wars?
True Lies. True Lies. Which, by the way, had an amazing Super Nintendo game tied to it.
Oh yeah,
that True Lies video game was
good.
Fucking great, dude.
It was like a top-down shooter, like Binding of Isaac, or like what's the
Grand Theft
Super
Auto
Smash TV or Grand Theft Auto, like those types of games. It was cool.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Everett used to play a lot of True Lies. Yeah.
But we haven't even mentioned the best Arnold movie yet. Pump and Iron.
I don't think
that
I've seen
documentary,
that movie.
Pump and Iron. That man
Absolutely.
is a genius. Like his ability to get into like Lou Ferrigno's head in that movie and just so good.
I don't think I've seen
So
that
good.
movie.
It's a documentary and it's about like him competing in the Mr. Universe. But he is so aware that this is going to be his ticket to being just a movie star, to being famous, that he's basically playing a character of himself in this documentary. Like he is the man's a genius. The man is so damn clever.
And
Tony, I recommend you watch it. It's he displays a masterclass in trolling in that movie. Like he trolls a lot of other bodybuilders. He gets in their heads. He tricks them. Well, isn't there like a part of the movie where he's like screaming like crazy while he's lifting weights? And he convinces the guy that like if you don't lift weights that way, it's not impressive. And then when they go to like, or it's like a pose, he's like
Yeah,
and then when they go to compete, the guy's doing it, and then when Arnold does it, the guy looks at Arnold like, "Oh shit, you sabotaged me, yo!" Like,
wow,
there's a lot of shit like that. Yo, Arnold trolled the shit out of people in that movie.
He was
hilarious.
also like nobody had ever seen a body like that before, too. Like I hear
this was actually like his third or fourth like Mr. Universe win. So like he's coming in like and defending the champion. But I mean, Arnold did change the game. Like the man is just. Who is built like Arnold Schwarzenegger? Even Arnold's son isn't built like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Damn, I have to look at that.
It's definitely worth watching. He's ridiculous. He's just the best Arnold version, like the best worst Arnold version in that movie. When he wins at the end, he's wearing a shirt that says Arnold is numero uno, and he's smoking a joint, and he's got like two women like sitting on his lap or something. Like he's just ridiculous.
That's wild.
So you actually need to defend Sylvester Stallone because, like, I think it's obvious who a lot of us are going.
That's
for
what I'm
here.
saying. Like, it was like y'all just shat all over this man and just praised one. So
we gave a lot of Stallone love, and then we gave a lot of Arnold love. Arnold. I don't know. I know who I'm voting for. I'm curious to see who you guys are voting for.
I'm definitely gonna. It's hard because Sylvester has a lot of movies that I like, and like even Demolition Man is like I love that movie a lot. The food franchise wars that Taco Bell came out on top.
Taco Bell came out. It's the only restaurant.
Sylvester Stallone is about to be in the new Suicide Squad movie, and that movie, the trailer looks decent. He's playing King Shark.
Damn.
Yeah, I would have to say for me, like in my childhood, I would have to go Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Wait. We didn't even mention the best Arnold movie. I just remembered it. It's a movie called Over the Top. Do you guys remember this one? You ever watch that one? He's a truck driver, and he's driving across the country with his estranged son, getting to arm wrestling matches the entire way, so he can get to Vegas to win an arm wrestling tournament and win a new truck.
I did not see that movie. That just sounds terrible.
It's an arm wrestling movie.
It's so good. It's so damn good.
For sure.
Nah.
So
that just probably got ejected now. I'm not even gonna lie. That's terrible.
That's edit that part out.
Yeah, that's Sylvester Stallone. Yeah, I do remember this movie, Over the Top.
Yeah, that is Sylvester Stallone.
So
I'm sorry.
my vote,
I said the wrong name.
My vote is for Arnold to stay.
Oh wow!
Based off Terminators and shit. So it's just
damn. I vote Stallone. I just think acting chops wise, he's just better. And I think the best Stallone movies are better than the best Arnold movies. I think Arnold has more good movies than Stallone.
So wait, we're basing this off of what we think are great movies or their acting career, as in like acting wise?
We haven't set any specific voting rules. It's just
because if we're doing
like,
acting, then yeah, I'm going with Stallone. But if we're doing movies that I like, then
we're just doing overall everything. Let's just throw everything in there. Music.
Stallone was in a mafia movie too, right?
We're jettisoning these people into space.
Then I gotta stay with Stallone then. If that's what we're going with, I'm gonna go with Stallone because
you pick who you want.
Yeah, because I mean I love the Terminator movies, but there's a couple old Stallone movies that I like. This is rough. This is probably harder than the Tom Hanks and Robert Williams one.
How derivative to bring Arnold down to just being the dude from the Terminator movies. He's been in Hollywood for 40 years at this point. And you're like, yeah, he's from those Terminator movies 30 years ago.
I'll just go with Arnold. That was my first choice. I'll stick with it. Fuck. I'll stick with it. I love Stallone though, but all right. Arnold it is.
Arnold all day. Arnold all day.
Doughboy?
Oh, Arnold. We're going to send Mr. Stallone
it's like fucking Among Us. We're gonna have a little Stallone floating out and out.
That would be nice.
This is what you get Sylvester Stallone for making 5 billion Rocky movies. Although I heard I heard the Creed movies were good. I heard
2 Creed movies were good, man.
So
I enjoyed them.
My final one for versus. What, Doughboy?
I don't know who's you're gonna put, but I have a really good one. But go ahead.
So we're doing one more. So
yeah,
let's do a versus on the versus choices.
Ooh.
And then
all right. Robert De Niro or Pacino?
Oh man. Okay.
Ooh.
I was gonna say John Travolta or Nicolas Cage.
God, get the fuck out! You gotta get ejected. Eject this man.
Do the animation. Send him off.
Yeah, we can Doughy's jettisoned out.
John Travolta's garbage.
Almost
say,
throw up right now.
It's 2 garbage actors because you got Nicolas Cage as well.
Go watch the movie Mandy and tell me that Nicolas Cage is a garbage actor.
Go watch Con Air and tell me that Nicolas Cage is a bad actor. All right.
Or you could just watch Face Off and get the best of John Travolta and Nicolas Cage.
Yo, Yo, I love that movie. I fucking love that movie. Yo, there's this dumb thing that John Travolta does to all of his family where he goes like this. To all of
So we
See, there's only one John Travolta movie that I would miss if we voted John Travolta off. Broken Arrow, dude.
Oh wow.
Broken Arrow with Christian Slater.
Fever.
I think it'd be fair
It's a good
just to eject both of them, just to be equal.
But I am so down with just ejecting both of them.
Boy with the plastic bubble. Boy in the plastic bubble, man.
Ugh.
Okay, so John Travolta and Nick Cage are
They're gone. All three of them are gone. Doughboy too. They're all three of them. They're fucking out of here. No more. Be
What
gone.
about John Travolta with the his throws in that movie? Him and the girl from the Star
that's
Wars movie?
weird. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. We got it.
I'm gonna have to supercut that with the actual footage and the music. It's horrible.
So we're doing what? Robert Dino and Apple Django?
Yeah. Niro and Chino. That's what we're doing here right now.
Gotcha. Rob De Niro and Cappuccino.
Cappuccino. This is a tough one.
This is tough.
Not for me.
Wow.
Why? Because you're gonna pick Al Pacino off rip, right?
No.
Oh,
What?
No, absolutely not. I think Al Pacino has some good movies, but like not as many as Robert De Niro. And then Robert De Niro's acting range, he could do funny movies. He could do he's all over the place. Meet the
What about-
Parents.
Meet
What
the
about
fuckers
analyze
if it was.
this? Analyze that?
Wait,
Al
analyze.
Pacino, man.
You're good. You're
he
right.
popularized the whole I'm a crime boss, but I think literally those movies came out and then they just said fuck it, we'll make The Sopranos.
What was the name of the movie that Al Pacino was a football coach?
Any given Sunday.
Yes, that was a good movie.
It's good.
Yeah, he does actually have a range. You're right. Al
He's-
Pacino
yeah.
has range.
He's always an angry man. That's part of his role.
Yeah.
He's kind of got the Denzel thing going on, where it's he's got range, but he's kind of like he plays a lot of similar roles. I think De Niro definitely has more range.
But
What's that movie that with De Niro and Anne Hathaway? It came out just a couple years ago. That shit is very good. Where he gets hired on as an assistant to some tech startup.
I don't think I've watched
It's
this movie.
it's a very good movie. I don't know.
Huh.
You guys should check it out. Anne
I would
Hathaway.
say there's nothing bigger than Scarface.
You would say what?
I would say De Niro don't have a movie bigger than Scarface. My opinion.
Scarface is kind of garbage, dude. I'm just gonna say
Oh
it.
my
That
god!
is a
Why
classic.
what are you smoking?
Psst, that's
What do you mean by
Zaza.
bigger?
That shit
What do you mean
Yo,
by
you
big?
gotta be on the greatest.
well known across the fucking I think everybody in the world know who the fuck Scarface is.
Yeah, but
Or
have you
watch
ever
this
watched
movie.
Have you ever watched a mafia movie?
Yeah.
Ever?
But that's not
Goodfellas.
as known as fucking as a Scarface. Everyone across the world would probably recognize the movie Scarface before Mafia or Goodfellas.
You're forgetting about Casino.
Even that.
Tony, I'm just gonna say the Animaniacs never did a spoof of Scarface, but they did do a spoof of Goodfellas. You remember the Goodfellas?
Good fathers, man.
Who the fuck are the Animaniacs?
What?
Huh?
What?
Fuck those three little
All right.
characters.
Remember the other episode where I hinted at the fact that we may have to do a mutiny? I think it's official. We're gonna have to do a mutiny.
Mm-hmm.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the end of this One Up podcast. Welcome to the One Down podcast, where I'm shitting on these three assholes here all day, every day. No, but seriously though, I think it's just that Scarface is well known, bro. Like everybody's watched.
Why do you
Scarface.
care about what's well known?
Cause that goes with it. That goes with his acting. That goes with the popularity of that movie. Like De Niro's. Don't get me wrong. De Niro's last movie that came out that I watched, which was The Irishman. I think that was the name of it.
I mean, Al Pacino's in there too, so you can't say it's
Yeah,
a De Niro movie.
but I think De Niro did better in that movie.
Did he? Hoffa was like the star of the show in that movie. Like he wasn't the main character, but
Yeah.
he certainly, he was there to steal the show. Like
Yeah,
I
but
don't know.
De Niro did his thing. He did his thing for sure, man.
I feel like in the movies where they've been together, I could think of 3 off the top of my head. Cat is going wild back there. Bro.
Yeah, I'm watching.
I could think of 3. Heat. Do you guys remember Heat?
Oh yeah.
De Niro's the star of that fucking show. Okay. And Al Pacino's a cop ass motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Fuck all that. No, let me stop. Then obviously The Irishman that just dropped, and then we're forgetting. I think Al Pacino's best movie, The Godfather. Serpico's good, but I would go Godfather. Godfather 2, you got some Al Pacino and you got some De Niro, and still De Niro's better, man. Young Vito's the best. Young Vito's best Vito. Okay, it's the best parts of Godfather. In Godfather 2, them young Vito scenes. Robert De Niro coming up straight from Sicily. You know.
Yeah, those are good scenes.
I'm just saying, man. Vito Andolini, you know, running around Hell's Kitchen, popping off with the hand.
We're sleeping on 2 big De Niro films, though, for sure. Taxi Driver.
Oh yeah. Shit!
And
damn, that's old as fuck.
Deer Hunter.
What's Deer Hunter? I don't think I've seen.
Oh, Deer Hunter's a fucked up movie.
I don't think I've seen that movie. Do he hunt deer? Is he like a hunter?
He hunts deers.
Yeah.
No, these dudes get sent to Vietnam, right? Go to Vietnam. They get captured by the POWs. They get forced to play Russian roulette against each other. Got Christopher Walken absolutely stealing the movie. That dude plays a haunted like POW soldier so well.
I'd like to think in my head, I like to think Christopher Walken from Deer Hunter is the same character that he played in Pulp Fiction, where he comes up to the little boy, Bruce Willis, and he's telling the story about how his dad used to shove a watch up his ass. We used to shove it up our ass. You know? Yeah, I don't know. Very.
So in your headcanon, the entire time that he's on screen in Deer Hunter, he's got a watch all the way up his butthole.
He's got a watch shoved up his ass.
It changes the movie a little bit.
It changes it. That's why he plays such a pain, the character. You know, he's got a watch shoved up his ass the whole movie.
My bad, yo. Fucking animals going crazy. The damn cat does this thing when someone knocks on the door, sprints so fast that she wall rides the hallway wall to bounce right into Emily's mom's door room that's across from mine. So all you hear is bah, 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 bam, and then launches right into the door like a fucking savage, yo. Fucking cats.
Does she say parkour while she's doing it at least?
Parkour.
Yeah.
Parkour.
My cat just came over here and was like, "What are you doing?" and had to like check everything out and then walk back away.
Got Raging Bull too.
What is Raging Bull?
Damn, I didn't watch that either. Never watched that one.
The Jake LaMotta movie?
Yeah.
You never got me down, Ray. You never got me down, Ray.
That's crazy. No? I didn't see that. Nope.
What?
Yeah, I never saw that.
Damn, so it's like I don't even have a vote now because I haven't seen like 4 or 5 of those movies.
You probably haven't watched quite a bit.
You're the one that made that matchup too.
I know because I was just didn't know those movies. Like these might be classic movies that I didn't watch, and now I have to go back and watch.
Tale.
A Bronx Tale.
Jackie Brown.
Jackie Brown's good.
Jackie Brown was all right. It wasn't that great. The Quentin Tarantino one at least.
Yeah, that's.
I have a Quentin Tarantino topic that I want to talk about too. Whenever it's short,
you should put it on the spreadsheet.
Yeah,
that way we won't forget that it's a topic of conversation.
Okay.
Like put down Loop Hero right now and just do that.
I'm having been playing Loop Hero. Okay.
Minimize Loop Hero and then go to the spreadsheet and then type.
Mateo verified the Loop Hero, please.
Quentin Tarantino.
It's a joke, man. It's a joke. We love you, though.
Anyways, I got my vote.
All right. Let's vote it then. I'll go last. Just because.
Well, oh yeah. They made that stupid boxing movie where they had Robert De Niro fighting Sylvester Stallone. I forgot about that.
What?
Did they? What movie was that?
I don't know. They're old. They're very old. It came out like maybe 3 years ago. They're very fucking old. Their skin looks like leather. It's very disturbing.
That sounds awful.
Yeah. I mean, they're riding high off the fact that like in their world, they were both old world champions that fought plenty of times or something, and they're, I don't know, they got like 2 wins apiece. And
I did see that movie. Yeah, that movie's
But really,
okay.
what they're making fun of is the fact that Robert De Niro played Jake LaMotta, and then Sylvester Stallone played Rocky. Like they both acted in boxing movies, so they made those characters fight each other. It's like the idea of the movie.
Yeah, I've seen that movie.
So
That's fair.
That's my tiebreaker. I vote Robert De Niro.
I'm doing Robert De Niro as well.
Yeah, I think I've got to go with Sylvester Stallone.
I'm going John Travolta, baby.
I don't have a dog in this fight. I'm gonna do Al Pacino just so we can potentially give Tony a tiebreaker there. So yeah, Apple Django for me.
I'm going.
If you gotta choose, man, if you're a person who loves representation, right? You got it right. Al Pacino both represented a Cuban, what the fuck does he play?
Refugee.
A Cuban refugee, right? He also plays the most iconic Puerto Rican in any movie ever.
Carlito's Way. Wow, we forgot to fucking mention.
I didn't
this
forget.
movie.
I'm not a big fan of white people in brownface or trying to play Hispanic, like other roles. There's something about that just feels a little weird. I
thought this was more of your anti Puerto Rican stuff from a couple of episodes.
I gotta throw in.
Mateo.
No, I said one of my proudest Puerto Rican moments was the annexation of Puerto Rico. I wasn't a big fan, all right? How all the Puerto Ricans love Stone Cold Steve Austin, and I'm like, we got a brown brother and Dwayne The Rock Johnson out here fighting for us. We're gonna represent the fucking redneck Texas. We can save this for another day, okay? I got a lot of fight in me when it comes to the World Wrestling Federation, okay?
So I'm going with my dog Al Pacino.
There we go. There's a tie. There's a tie now.
Because money rules the world, and the mountain of cocaine and the AK-47 or the M16 he was spraying at the end. Talking about, say hello to my little friend. That shit's classic.
What was that accent he did in that movie anyway? Right?
That shit was awesome, bro. It's a Cuban accent, bro.
Was
really
it?
It's not. But that's what everybody thought it was.
The only Cuban people who claim Scarface are just Cubans that are hyped that there was a Cuban in something. That they're like, yo, Cubans are represented somewhere.
Yeah. Representation does matter, even if it's fake representation, because that's all we could get back then. But
Johnny Number 5.
But
oh my God,
dude, that broke our brains that night when we looked that up.
I was heartbroken. Because I was like, yo, I could have sworn this dude was Indian. He did he did good source material. Like he must have like really been around some Indians.
I don't think he did, man. I think we just hadn't seen that movie in like 20 years. Exactly. So in our minds, we just remembered it as being a good impersonation of an Indian person. It's probably super racist. It's probably I mean, it is definitely like super racist because it's a white dude. Like this dude looks like Casper the Ghost, and they put brown face on him to make him look at
Johnny Number 5. Johnny. No. Johnny Number 5. And then there's this one part where Johnny's reading really fast and he goes, oh.
That's terrible.
It's pretty racist. It's like the Apu thing.
Yeah.
Shout out to them for changing over Apu to an actual like Indian actor or whatever they're doing. Are they kicking him off the show or getting an Indian? I think they're getting an Indian actor.
I would hope so, yeah. Because I also didn't know that Apu's actor was a white dude. I was like, wow, that's kind of
every actor in The Simpsons is a white dude, basically.
I fucking love that Apu from the 7-Eleven or whatever store that was in The Simpsons. That shit was awesome.
Quickie Mart, obviously, it's the Quickie Mart.
Oh my bad, I just put it with real life shit.
At all, you got in South Park, all the characters are played by just 2 white guys. So.
Mm-hmm.
South Park is genius, though. I mean, it's a little dated when you watch back now. They got some really some of the like curse words they're using in there, like the reference.
That shit would not pass nowadays. If they try to like a show try to recreate that would not fucking. That'll be flagged.
They had to change over the years, as they should, right? Like as we change our behaviors, become more accepting of different cultures. Like you change you grow up with the world. I think it's fine.
They're still making great shows. South Park, they did the vaccination special and all that. They're still doing good content.
So I will remind you all, we do have both Apple Django and Robbie Dino in the airlock right now.
Yeah, so like
waiting to
who
let one of these men
jettisoning?
back
Are we
in. They
hitting it?
got-
All right, so on the count of 3,
I don't
we're
like
hitting a 1
I
or a
don't
2.
like this game. Yeah, I don't like this game, but let's go.
You don't
Damn,
like this game?
because your boy got
Yeah.
ejected first round of the
Yeah.
ties. That's
I don't know how to win this. How the hell am I
just
supposed
put a
to-
number
it
up,
seems
bro.
like
I feel like
Okay.
I lost every vote. I'm unpopular.
I'm done with that.
All right,
Bottom
I
feeder.
got. All right, put up on the count of 3. You put up a finger. All right.
Wait, who's odd? Who's even?
Good point.
De Niro's odd.
Cool with that.
All right,
Hooah.
1,
All right.
a 2, a 3.
All right.
6.
Pacino wins.
Did Pacino win?
You piece of shit, Mateo.
I
All
didn't-
right.
I didn't care about either way. You know, honestly, I think that you could put Al Pacino into any single one of Robert De Niro's roles or vice versa, and they'd be the same movie.
I don't know. I don't
Exact
think
same
he would
movie.
do Meet the Fuckers really good or Meet the
The only
Parents.
the only confusing bit would be like in the movies where they're like both in them, and then they just swap. I guess it wouldn't be that bad.
Nah, De Niro and he plays such a good villain in that movie. That movie is. You guys should go back and watch Heat. It's very fucking good.
I get the feeling that Adam's gonna watch this episode, and he's gonna give me a lot of shit for not caring about the Al Pacino versus Robert De Niro talk here.
Oh, is he a fan of Robert De Niro or something?
I feel like he probably is. I know he's a fan of Heat. I don't know. We'll find out.
Yeah,
He
soon.
got a lot of cool guns in it. That's probably why he likes it.
Yeah, any gun movie he would love. So I do want to bring up another beautiful topic here. Is college worth it? Do you think college is a thing that everyone needs to do? Do you think you can is college something that would obviously it would help, but is it necessary really for the adult working person, or you know what I mean? Like, what do you guys think? Do you think going to college is a must, or you won't succeed without college, or especially
are we taking out like roles where you would have to go to college because like you want to be a doctor, you have to go to college?
I guess
Right.
Yeah, that'd be I guess a breaker there for most people, right?
What's the question? Is it do you need to go to college in
To be
order
successful in
live?
life. Yeah.
What is successful?
Well, you know, just living. Like, you don't have to be rich. Like, being able just to stand alone, be in your own house. Like, you have your own house, car. It doesn't got to be a Range Rover. Just you can live on your own, fine and happy, and not have to worry about shit.
See,
Well, I mean, if you just look at like our podcast panel here in general, like, I mean, the answer is no, you don't need college to be successful, because I think Pucho's the only one that actually has a degree. I went to school partially, dropped out and fell into the tech world. Like, I think all of us are doing all right. At least we all have our bills paid. Our cell phones aren't, prepaid and running out of minutes or anything. Like, I think we're doing all right in our lives.
Yeah, I think the problem nowadays is what society expects, and everybody wants to be making X amount of dollars, but it's like so out of proportion to what, like, the amount of people that make 100 to 150,000 a year. Like, you're getting into small percentages now. Like, there's not many people that make that much money. Although there is, you know what I mean? It's just not you know what I mean? If you're looking at 100% of Americans, not too many are making upwards of that much money.
There are some trades where you can make that though, like without college.
Yeah.
Like, plumbers,
Yeah.
electricians, like some specialized work like that. Like,
Construction, man.
I just
In
found out.
New York.
man, learn how to weld. Become a damn good welder. Man, some
You'll
crazy stuff you
always
do with
have a
that.
job. You'll always
Yeah.
have a job.
Man,
Yep.
dude, learn how to weld and also learn how to dive, like scuba dive. Become one of those underwater like welding specialists. Those guys make bank, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a dude I used to work with for Chuck E. Cheese, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go to school to be an underwater welder." I'm like, "Really?" He was like, "Yeah." All right. Next, thing you know, obviously, he did it. Time passed. I think Emily seen him one day when he came by Chuck E. Cheese and whatever, and he was like, "Yeah, he's doing good. Like, he's making buku money and just doing it. That shit to me is just weird. Like, you're underwater in a scuba gear, and you're just dark. All you see is the weld light that's in front of you. He says if you turn on
a headlamp.
No, well, yeah, but you're not going to see the headlamp because you got to have a tent when you're welding because that shit can fuck your eyes up. So you're really like all you can see is the bead. And when he stops and he turns the headlamp on, nothing but fucking fish, or sometimes it's just emptiness that are just around him. I'm just like, damn, bro, that's got to be like space almost. You know what I mean? You just fucking floating, bro. It's just that shit's crazy. That would give me I'll be claustrophobic, I think.
Yeah, that's like the people who do scaffold, like clean windows in New York on scaffolding and like hang off of 100, 200, like not 200 floors, but like 110 floor buildings, and they're cleaning off the side of it, you know?
Good off that.
Those guys make a lot of money. We're talking about upwards of $70, $60 an hour, probably even more to do that.
I'm off that.
You think that they have parachutes on, so if they fall out of their little sled,
no, they do not
pull their little base jumping parachutes?
Yo, look at some of the clips that there are from, you know, things malfunctioning and wires snapping. Yo, that shit looks terrifying. Like hanging off the side of a building.
Are they strapped in? What is their safety gear with that? I would assume they're strapped in, right?
They're strapped in, but still, when you're
strapped in something that's being held by like a rope, pretty much.
So, I think they strap to the top and strap to their
carrier,
to the scaffold that they're on.
That makes sense.
I don't know, man. That shit sounds terrible. But I guess to answer your question, I'm just trying to figure out your question. Really,
it's called as necessary.
Well, yeah. Well, then the answer is obviously no, right? It's because like every rapper that didn't go to school, like they showed you could succeed without going to school, like so it's like because then the question becomes, can you succeed without college? And it's people have done it. So I feel like the better question might be like, should you go to college? Like, should we encourage people to go to college? Right? Like, because I personally, I may be biased because as Mateo said, I have a college degree. I think you should go to college. If you just look at like, I mean, I guess if money's important to you, but if you look at like salaries and shit like that, like just going to school alone gives you like, I don't know, it's a significant like 50-60% higher than you would have like on average. So you don't even need to hit 100K like Doughy's saying. Like there's plenty of college grads that don't get paid that much, but comparable to just like a high school graduate, they're still getting 40-50% more money. And I don't know. And then and I guess a whole other thing a lot of people get into is just like how expensive it is to like go to college and stuff like that. I don't know. While it's expensive, it's like, again, if you look at the averages, you're making 40-50% more money than your average American. You could afford to pay those loans back. Like, and I know there are some like unique positions, like, you know, like that, you know, some people going to like these crazy expensive schools, or like doctors rack up like a stupid amount of debt. But even doctors, right? You finish school and you owe 100K, but you're getting paid like $200,000 a year. It's like, maybe in a couple years you could pay that off. Like if you focus on paying off your loans, like you owe $100,000, but now you're gonna be making millions upon millions of dollars after a couple decades. It's like you could probably pay for your college loans. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm talking from a biased perspective. I mean, like I graduated college. I had a scholarship. I got financial aid and all that, and I still finished with owing like $20,000. I paid it off in like 2 years, like a year and a half. I paid all my college loans off. I could be biased, and I could have lucked out. Like I got a job, you know. And a lot of people, there are a lot of college students that kind of struggle after getting out of school.
Yeah, I mean, you're definitely a little skewed, right? Because you did go into a high demand career in tech, which tends to pay higher.
Yep.
Compared to someone that, I don't know, like teachers. Teachers are super necessary, right? But teachers make bullshit. Yeah. Like, so is it worth it if you're looking at a pure financial aspect for those teachers? Probably not. But I think, thankfully, that's not the reason people become teachers, right?
Yeah.
Like people become that. I wonder. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be rude. Even that, I wonder. Like, because I know, like in Florida, to be a teacher, I think you only got to go to school for like 2 years. Like, you just need an associate's degree. Like, so with an associate's, you could become like. I'm pretty much sure you could just teach like all of high school and everything. Like, you can't teach college and shit like that. Like, I wonder, like, you know, that $20,000, $30,000, $35,000 a year that teachers make. Like, how does that compare to your average high school grad? Right? Like, I don't know. I'm saying in that department, I'm not sure, and I do acknowledge that I might have a skewed perception. Right
now, granted, I think college is great because it's not even from a financial aspect. Just going to college and interacting with people and getting different point of views and meeting other people from around the world and around the country, like depending on which university you go to or which college you go to, like. It's a good experience. So many people like they graduate, they stay in their hometown, they just interact with the same people all the time, and they never expand themselves at all. They like their travel is to like, I don't know, they go to like a resort in Mexico once a year, and that's like their travel or something. Like they're very sheltered. So college forces you to open up a little bit.
That's such a real like thing. Like and even going to college out of state is like, I feel like people, like when you said expand, like there's some people that I know that live back home in Palm Beach. For me, Palm Beach is home. And I don't feel like them living there their entire lives has really helped them open up to a lot of either just progressive thinking and just being outside your comfort zone. I guess that's the one thing that I got. Instead of going to college when I was 19, I came straight here to New York, started working porter work, making better money than I've ever seen in my entire life. And the problem, in my opinion, with this, what I did, is there's a ceiling in certain careers. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have really anything higher than this unless I start to look into getting some sort of realtor's license or property management or stuff like that. But like, is that stuff that I want to do? My passion, you know what I mean? I don't really have a passion where I work. Although I do a good job at it, it's not really at the end of the day what I want to do. So I feel like that's the most important part about going to college and stuff like that, is you really get time to think about what you really want to be doing, spending the rest of your life with. And I think that's important. But like, is it necessary? Not always. Like, there's just in New York alone, you could go MTA, you could be a doorman concierge, you could be in the garbage. You can do a lot of these. You can do city work. You can work at a hospital for the city hospitals, making great money like that.
So just to disagree slightly, my experience with college was a little bit different because I don't know that you actually have time to figure out what you want to do. I actually think that it would be great if we adopted a little bit more of like the European style, where you had gap years and things like that between going to college. To give you a little bit of background, I had three majors when I was in college because I didn't know what the hell I wanted to do. My first major I was a psych major. Then I became a philosophy major, which, great choice, solid choice. And then I became an English major because I decided I wanted to be a teacher. And none of those are anywhere near what I do now. Might give you a little bit of a background in like how I approach interpersonal relationships and things with those is what I studied in college. But, I wish I had taken some time off, figured out what the hell I wanted to do, worked a little bit, and then gone to school rather than going straight into school. Especially being the first person in my family to go to college and attend college.
That's probably the pressure you had, though. That's why you just jumped right into it.
Well, it was weird, man, because like my parents had no idea how to apply for college. They didn't know how to apply for scholarships. They didn't know how to do any of the shit that I was having to figure out. So it was just kind of me on my own. And then went to my school counselor, and they were like, "We don't really have time to help you with this." So. It was this whole thing of just feeling very lost. Like that was my entire college experience, was just feeling very adrift and lost with whether I was doing it right or not.
Yeah, man.
So it would have been nice to take a couple of years off and kind of work and explore, figure out what the hell I wanted to do, and actually give it the give it the old college try that way.
Yeah, I had 3 majors in college myself. Like, I was an art major. So I did graphic design and all that type of shit.
Mhm.
And that lasted like a year and some change.
No shit.
And then for like a couple days, I was a criminal justice major. Like, I wanted to do like some
Wanted to
kind
be
of
a cop?
Nah, like some kind of like forensic shit or something like that, right? And I don't know. I literally had to go to be a cop 101 class, and I said, "Fuck this!" I literally sat in that class. I remember, I had picked that class. First day of class, I sat in the room and I was sitting there paying attention to the lecture, and I was just like, "What the fuck am I doing with my?" I said, "Hell no." And then I went to the library, not the library, like a career center or something like that. And they had one of these like, take this test and we could try to figure out what your interests are. And I took one of those tests, and then they had like a whole bunch of like majors. And at the I saw a couple at the top. One of them was computer science. And mind you, I didn't know what programming was or anything like that. My logic was, I like science and I like computers, so why not? I swear to God. And that's how I fell into doing computer science and then like working in tech. I don't know. And
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's horrible. It was a horrible decision. I implore people to. My issue is I don't know how you find
what you want to do.
What you want to do, and even to Doughy's point, Doughy's saying like, well, yeah, I could get this property management thing, but is that my passion? It's like, I mean, my job is not my passion. So I don't know many people whose jobs are their passion. So it's like, do whatever the fuck you got to do to eat right. Like, I don't know.
Because this is the One Up podcast, I got a tangent on this because this is the thing that pops into my mind all the time. Okay, so you guys have watched the Olympics, right?
Yeah.
And you watch some of the super obscure like sports. How do you possibly find out that you're good at some of those sports? Like
the guy who's like cleaning the ice in the
like any one of us 4 right now, we could be the world's greatest curler, and we just have no idea because we've never fucking tried curling before.
Have you ever seen a brown curler, like a black curler?
I think it comes with privilege and like being able to have time to do those type of sports and events and stuff like that. I remember like even in school, like they wanted me to try out for the tennis team because I was playing it and the coach was like, "You're not that bad." Like, but I just didn't have time. I was working after school and stuff like that. But I think it's just like more of having a time to figure out. Like the more I think you provide for your kids as a parent, like, you let them. A lot of people like to like pigeonhole their kids. Like, you're going to be good at this. And it's like, nah, dude, just let them try everything. Yep. And then they'll figure it out on their own, what they like and what they don't like. It'll come natural. You know what I mean?
I mean, who knows? Like, go ahead.
Tom.
No, I was just going to say, like everybody says, like, your best job is the job that you don't feel like it's work, right? Like, that's something you like to do. Like if you became a super famous DJ, that won't be a work for you. That's something you love to do. Or I become like a professional gamer. That's not work to me. That's something I'm passionate about. Or Mateo being a teacher. That's something he's passionate about, right? Like, or in Pucho being a plumber. Something he's passionate about, right? Like, is this like
Pucho loves plumbing.
Yeah, he does.
I love little waters and valves.
Loves all pipes. But yeah, it's just
fact.
like, like things like, even if, for example, this podcast takes off, right? A wet dream, like this shit takes off and we just hit millions of subscribers and stuff.
Don't be having wet dreams mid podcast, dude. You're never gonna get that sponsorship for that chair you were going for.
The only way you could allow to have a wet dream is if you wear the guard that Doughy wears for his bike shorts like that. You could like guard it from damaging your clothing and stuff.
And the wet dream is how we get that Bengay sponsorship, though.
Hey. But like it's like I do think that some things do maybe need college, like, you know what I mean? Like, not all jobs need like a college background. Like, to be a doctor, I think you need a college background. To be a lawyer, I think you kind of need a college background.
Well, I mean, yeah, legally,
yeah, you know what I mean. Like,
but that's
also a different topic. Like, do you need or should you go to
No,
college?
yeah, it's a different topic. It's all, but I'm saying like I'm doing a job. Do I think it's a job I want to do? Not really. I don't want to be a diesel mechanic. I never really wanted to. Just kind of happened to be. But I am really good at managing people. Like I'm like I guess that's like I can make people think that they're doing no that they are doing fantastic, but I can make them think they could do better. And you know what I mean? Like I can manage people pretty good. I guess
you're good at motivating your team. That's a skill.
Pucho, I'm gonna need a clip of this whenever Tony's frustrated in our group chat and he's being a dick to try to motivate us. I'm gonna need that clip of Tony talking about how good he is.
Our team leader. Our team leader.
Like, I mean, look at it. I got you guys doing mad labor, taking the time away from your family for free. That is managing at its finest. I'm not paying you right now, but you guys are doing it. Pucho's doing a fantastic job at editing.
I think Tony just volunteered.
Safe word. You're pushing a button. I'll fucking quit the living shit out of this.
You guys already talk about mutiny, so how good of a manager am I if you guys want to be
cucumbers, hamburgers?
I was going to say
pickles.
This is Tony volunteering to cover the full cost of that Adobe license we're going to get.
Hey, sometimes owners got to fork up, man. That's you know what I mean. You know, it's fine. CEO, CFO, whatever you want to call it. You know, but no, I mean, passion wise, yeah, it's hard. A lot of people work because they need to live, so it's one of those things.
I think college is a good thing. I think necessary is wrong. I do think that you should encourage people to go to college even if they're not going to finish their degree, just so they can have those new experiences. I used to like that show with Mike Rowe, Dirty Jobs. You guys remember that show? Yeah,
that was a good show.
But apparently he was just a shill for all those companies. Like, if you look back,
that's what I figured out though, is that Mike Rowe shit. He was actually like this wave of like anti-intellectualism. Like, he wasn't showcasing these jobs because, like, he was like, oh, yeah, look at all these awesome job twists you have. It was just a chance for him to just rail against, like, smarter people that went to college. And, like, I don't know. Like, I've got some problems with Mike Rowe. Like, I used to like his little, like, blue-collar shtick. And then, like, you read some of his, like, opinion articles that he's put out and whatnot, and it's just right-wing garbage.
Yep.
And, like...
I used to have to watch him. We had a class that actually was pretty good. It was, for some reason, they put all of us in this class. It was like kids that they felt like weren't going to do shit with their lives. So they taught us how to do taxes. They taught us how to do a lot of bullshit in that class that
taxes
we needed.
Is actually
taxes are fucking important. And shout out to Miss Gaines in Lake Worth High School, who literally showed us how to do taxes. You know, and then, even though her past, she got arrested for
Not only in the past, dude. Like after we left, she got arrested.
She got arrested for tax evasion. So it's like, you know, she taught us taxes though. Like, I would have never known taxes without us.
You're gonna tip off the IRS that you guys are inadvertently evading taxes because Gaines taught you how.
Did she really teach y'all how to do taxes, or were y'all just like putting money into her account and not actually filing?
No, I was at school, so I didn't really have a job. But
God bless this lady. God bless her, bro. She taught a lot of the underdeveloped kids, because she had a class like Lizard Neck Mills had. It was like just a class where you could focus on all your other classes and stuff like that.
The only class I had in it was math. Me and shout out to my boy Doug.
Oh, that's right.
Me and him had that class, and we were fucking terrorizers in that class. We would destroy all class focus in that class. But we was in there for math, and she told us like, "Yo, y'all need to learn how to do taxes. Like, this is things that they need to teach in school. Like, these are real life shit you need to learn." And she taught us, and that's kind of how I got the idea of what taxes were and shit. Because before then, I didn't know shit about that. You know what I mean? So, shout out to Miss Gaines. Hopefully, she's not in prison or anything like that.
Yeah.
Maybe she got to hang out with Wesley Snipes.
Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna say one thing in regards to like Tony saying like, yeah, you know, if your work is your passion, then it won't feel like work. Like, I kind of don't believe that either, man. Like, because like as I was going to school for computer science, right? I fell in love with programming, right? And I started doing like game development and stuff like that, right? You guys, I've shared stuff with you guys of things that I was working on and stuff. And no lie, as soon as I got a job and I started having, like, by force, I need to do this every single day, I've just stopped working on games. Like, it's like my job's, it's like doing that day in and day out it's like soul sucking, that when I go home, it's like, I don't want to program anymore. Like, I just fucking want to turn off for a couple, like, so I don't know. I feel like ultimately, even though these things are your passion, I mean, I'm not talking for everybody, but I think, like, as time goes on, it'll feel like work, and I feel like it'll even take away from that thing that you love. So, like, I honestly feel like it's ideal to and kind of in Doughy's argument where he was saying, it's like a matter of privilege and things like that, like, to try to diversify the things you're interested in, so that when you do find the job that maybe you're somewhat passionate about, that there are still other things that you're also passionate about, that you can still, like, do things, like, because to be honest, I don't got shit, man. Like, because I feel like, again, when you grow up poor, you don't grow up experiencing much. Like, so it's like all I got is, like, playing sports, playing video games, and
curling.
What I went to school for. And it's, like, pretty much all of my life experiences. So it's like, when I have time off, I don't do much. Like, and then even once I was in college, like, I picked up an instrument for the very first time in my entire life, right? And I tried to play some guitar, and, like, that was cool. But it was like, at that point, I was so old, I didn't have the time to put it. Like, I always wish, like, man, if I could be a little kid, I would beg my mom for, like, a guitar, like, when I was younger.
Dude,
like,
same. Guitar, I would have loved to learn violin. Piano would be legit.
Yeah, I was wanting to play the piano.
Piano's a big one for me. I've always wished, and that's why, like, it's never too late, but at the same time.
So there you go, One Up Podcast. There's the advice from Pucho. Don't worry, you don't have to love your job, because we're all just Sisyphus pushing that boulder up the hill, and that boulder's going to come back down and crush you every single day. It will grind your will to live eventually. Yeah. So, just play some video games or something.
Yeah, keep your passions should stay your hobbies, in my opinion. It should stay something.
I would say no. Look at.
That's why Doughy doesn't have an OnlyFans.
This is an example, okay? I always wanted to play video games for a job. I'm like, I'll be a game tester. Easy, fun. I got that overnight position. I was playing video games every night for like 5 years. I didn't want to play video games anymore. After 5 years, I was like, nah, there would be times I'd connect everything. I'd have my PS4 running right there at my desk. And I just got sick and tired of it. I was like, this is not fun when you have to do it.
That did allow us to hear a drunk Justin Timberlake in the background one time, though. He said yo to us.
Oh, yeah, that's
remember
right.
That?
Yeah. He said yo. Yeah. That's the highlight of my life. Yo.
Shout out to Justin Timberlake.
But I
dog JT.
I do think that it's definitely, like, look at Kojima, right? He's passionate about making these games, these storylines. Do you think he goes home and be like, I'm just gonna sip this wine and eat these cheese and just forget about that fucking Metal Gear? I don't think he did that.
He obviously goes and smokes a bunch of DMT so he can make up the next crazy ass storyline. That actually doesn't make any sense. Tell me the story of Death Stranding, Tony. What is that game about? You're transporting babies.
So you're a glorified UPS driver or a FedEx delivery guy, and the world is pretty much shits. And there's afterlife world that come in and blow shit up
with dead ghost babies, right? Like there's just a bunch of dead ghost babies there.
Yeah, man. It's
whales and lions.
It's Norman Reedus and the Funky Fetus, man. No. So yeah, your point is Hideo Kojima loves his job and he loves what he does. It's his passion, and when he goes to work, he does his work. When he goes home, he keeps working because it's what he loves. And it's probably true. Although I'd argue that there's a difference. Like he's at a level where he's in charge of most of the things that they're doing. So like the way you navigate that is, I think, a little bit different, right?
Yeah, you're giving an example that's like a 0.00001% of the population type example.
Yeah, I
just
guess
like
I
this
was
top of the game artist kind of.
I kind of loaded it from my version or my argument, but yeah, no, definitely.
But I
Let's
mean-
just throw
but I
this
mean-
in here. Snake Eater 3, probably one of the best games ever to be created.
But I mean, look at some of like the NBA stars now, right? Like, is basketball what they're most passionate about? Because a lot of them are Twitch streamers now, and they just like they spend their off time when they're not practicing or playing video games and being, e-boys basically.
Passionate people, Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, those type of passionate people who love the game, right? There's other NBA players. No, they
when LeBron James leaves practice,
he goes
home and he's just shooting hoops at home.
No,
No,
he's
LeBron-
with his family. I'm saying, but
I
he
don't even think
loves basketball. That's not. He's not like. That's his passion, right?
I think I would be surprised if LeBron James actually said that was his passion, because the man has done so much like work. What is it? Philanthropic work. Yeah, philanthropy work, like just helping build up communities and.
No, yeah, that
helping
came
other
with
people of
time.
color
That
and things
money,
like that.
money, and the power that he has. That comes with.
I don't know. That might be more of his passion than basketball. Basketball might have just been the means to be able to do that.
Right.
No, I think
is Bill Gates more passionate about Microsoft than he is about like, curing the world of like malaria and
I do think your
Giving us
passion changes.
5G chips and working with George Soros.
5G chips. I think your passion changes though throughout time. Like him growing up, that's all he loved: basketball and his mom. Like you know what I mean. And then once you get to that position where you are the best NBA player, and now you have all this power, this fame, and this money, now your passion and love for basketball is there, but now there's something else that grows and festers. And, that's where he's at now. He's got a whole bunch of things that he's trying to do, help out his community, bring him back, and probably be an NBA team owner or something, you know what I mean, later on in the future or whatever. But it's just like your passion changes, but it doesn't go away. He has love for basketball. Once he retires, he's going to be very heavily involved in the NBA still. Some way, somehow, he is. He's still going to have a whole bunch of other things going on, but that's just stuff that... Even Kobe Bryant, he loved basketball, but once he retired, what did he do? He went and started a basketball thing with a team, had his daughter Gigi, RIP to both of them, and it's basketball. Like, no matter what, at the end of the day, he was writing a book, he was doing all these things. Basketball was still in his life heavy, regardless, even playing it or not. So
but it's like tangentially related to basketball, right? Like in those things, it's like he's trying to help his communities out, trying to bring, something constructive to areas where people might not have that stuff. Like he's basically doing philanthropy work. Like he's trying to better communities and things like that. Like, I don't know.
I don't know why the pronunciation of that word is evading me.
Philanthropy.
Yeah, the second I can think of it, and then I try to say it, and it just vanishes.
I think it's philanthropist.
This is.
I can't. You make me forget. I think I said it.
Pronouncing the TR. It's philanthropy.
Philanthropy. This is like the misspeaking episode, though. It's like earlier when I said Arnold was in Over the Top.
And you was an English major.
English major.
But no, yeah. That shit is definitely
I think I'm with Pucho. Like I don't think that necessarily what you do has to be your passion. I think that and I don't know that any person has like a single passion. Like I think it is like a combination of things. I think there's things you enjoy that are like they break down to like subatomic particle level almost, where it's like I like the ability to make my own task. I like working through spreadsheets, and I like solving logic puzzles. And then it's like, boom, you should work in computer science. It doesn't necessarily mean it's like your number one passion, but it's got enough things in there that you enjoy.
Yeah. I will say too, Tony, like you got to be careful with. I mean, obviously we're talking about something that's not like gonna harm anybody, but like just like in the thinking of it, right? Like, sorry, you confused about something?
No, go ahead.
Oh. Just in the thinking of it, right? Like you're jumping to LeBron James and you're jumping to Kobe Bryant. Literally people that are doing something, they're the best at that thing. Like they're not really like, they shouldn't be your go-to examples. Like you're using those people as examples of, there are people that their passion is what they do. It's like you got to look at the vast majority of people that fucking hate their jobs. Like it's,
there's more.
Not only is it hard to get a job doing your passion, I don't know. I don't know. It's also anecdotal, I guess, but I mean, it's definitely anecdotal. But I don't know. I know plenty of people that are doing the thing that they loved, and now it's like, yeah, they love that thing a little less, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. My wife would spend all her free time doing doodles and doing graphic design things, just all types of art, and then she got a job making art, and it's just like, yeah, you know, now I got a job making art. Like I'm not. It's hard to make art in your free time now. Like it's just not. You know, I don't know.
And you got a kid, so that kind of.
Yeah, that's a recent addition, but yeah.
That kind of changes a lot. Like your passion, kind of like now your passion is to make sure your kid's off right before you die, pretty much. You know what I mean? Like you still good things. That's circle of life, man. It's just
the circle of life.
Dang, that'd be a great add-on right there, like 30 seconds just to add that ending part. But
ooh, and then we could have Doughy as like the little Simba being held up.
I want Doughy to
be
up.
Pumbaa.
Doughy could be Pumbaa too, but I want Doughy to be held up like that, like a little baby, like that'd be fire. He wasn't like this. He wasn't sleeping. Lions on
what is his face?
There we go. He nailed it. That's the expression right there.
That's terrible. I'm gonna screenshot that. Yeah, facts. Nah, but yeah, I can see Pucho's point. I can kind of almost agree with Pucho too a little bit, but still, man, I don't know. I could see passion being lost once you think it's too much, or when it becomes too much, I guess. So.
But to answer the question, I think at least a little bit of college experience is definitely a good thing. Yeah. Necessary is a complicated word. Necessary is a super complicated word. I think it definitely gives you an advantage looking at trade schools or something if you're not going to go to college.
I would say at least get your associates.
Do some kind of specialized work because these corporations are just out here to fuck us. And they're just trying to maximize their profits. So you're working at McDonald's, they're going to fuck you. Like, I don't think that $15 minimum wage is going to pass. I think Pucho does have a point that $15 minimum wage maybe should be at the state level rather than like the federal level. So that way it's a little bit more like realistic to that particular area. But, you know, it's not a bad thing to go to college.
I do think though.
I even recommend all you guys go back to school if you can. You know, do it, man. When I was in school, you'll be surprised how many old people are in college.
Are you calling us old?
No, not at all. I'm saying that you might think that you're old to go to school, and you guys aren't. Like when I went to school, there were people literally just with the cotton swab old people, right? They got the cotton swab hairdo. In college night classes and shit, doing work, homework, all that. Like it's never too late to put in a little bit of work and try to better your life. I don't know. I would say for me, college was absolutely necessary. I had no idea what I would do in my life. Like if I didn't go to school, I would have just randomed my life until I landed somewhere that was like, I guess this is what I'll do for who knows how long. Like,
Pucho, the drug trafficker.
Pucho, the exterminator, killing moles all day.
Yeah, that would
Pucho,
be hilarious.
The plumber just comes into your house, fucks your plumbing up.
Ass crack all out and everything. Talk
my
about
ass crack do not be out. All right.
as a plumber, it would be.
You think Mario has ever fixed a single pipe?
Hell no.
You think he's done a single day of work as a plumber, or did he end up in Super Mario World, like on his first day of plumbing, flushed himself on accident, now he's in this weird mushroom world?
I don't know, man.
Do you see that? That's stunned silence, podcast listeners.
No, my daughter's screaming at the top of her lungs is what I'm like.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, can people hear my daughter crying?
A little bit. I just
I
got
heard
a
it
little
just there
tiny
for the
hint of
first
it.
time. Since you just called it out, I heard it for the first time.
And now she's falling asleep right now.
But no, yeah.
But yeah, man. I mean, he went to some girl's house. Her name was Peach, and he went to go clean her pipe, and he found the Mushroom Kingdom. Okay, he cleaned the whole thing out.
Are we taking the Super Mario Brothers movie like with John Leguizamo as canon?
Pucho's favorite actor.
John Leguizamo, Bob Hoskins.
I hate.
He just died a little
John
bit.
Leguizamo has made a kind of a comeback over the years for me with the John Wick stuff. I was like, you know what? Maybe he's decent. That movie Chef, very fucking good.
Oh yeah.
Chef is good.
What is that history? The Latino history thing.
That was cool too.
That was pretty good. It was pretty solid.
I thought you was gonna mention the other movie, Mateo.
The Pest. The Pest is a classic.
Not in Pucho's books.
I
He hates that shit.
I think that might be the worst movie ever made.
It
is the movie that made me hate John Leguizamo.
I think we need to do an intro for one of these episodes coming up where it's basically we're just going to recreate the intro to the movie The Pest. You remember he's in the shower
yeah.
and he's just doing all the different characters.
That's why Pucho hates it, because it starts off like that. He hates it.
He had a round shower curtain that went into it. The whole thing was
Weird as
disgusting.
shit. Yeah, that shit looked nasty.
Doing all these fucking dances. I hated it.
Some Rhode Island shit.
Is that Rhode Island stuff?
That's Rhode
Some
Island
Rhode
showers?
Island style. Yeah, that's Rhode Island
I don't
style.
think you can shower good in those type of showers.
Bro, they
Disturbing.
got these 1886 designs in those houses, including the showers.
Ew.
People would call Rhode Island real America.
Facts.
The place is old, man. These places are old. So yeah, they have a freestanding bathtub. Like most of us, our bathtub is just like kind of put into the wall. We're talking just a bathtub in a room.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Hey, man.
If I were a bath person, I might like the idea of a bathtub like that a little bit more. But I am not a bath person.
No.
If I'm going to sit in some water, it's going to be in a hot tub.
I like that.
100%.
I like the hot tub. Well, this was a great episode, everybody. I want to thank all the listeners and the viewers out here. Keep coming back and keep subscribing and keep liking. And also, I do want to ask all the listeners and viewers out there, what do you think is a good office/gaming chair that we should buy? I'm pretty much set on Secret Labs. I like Secret Labs, but if you guys have a different chair that might be good for Doughboy or Pucho, I don't know what they're gonna get, but throw it in the comments, man. Let us know what you guys been sitting on, because at the end of the day, your ass and your back is gonna know exactly what you need. Just sit and feel good, you know. So
yeah, and we need to start putting these viewers to work, man. We need some topic suggestions. Let us know what you guys want to hear us talk about. You know,
big facts.
I guess also, like, is it Robert De Niro we're gonna bring on then to replace Tony? Like, we're voting him off, right?
I think Al Pacino won, so we have to bring Al Pacino on.
I was thinking we bring on one of the people we kicked out. We save one of them from the airlock.
Okay.
We could do Tom Hanks. I don't know if he would mix in with our style or not, though.
I want Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage. Nicolas Cage would be fun, though.
Yeah, no. So to all the listeners and viewers out there, I will not be going anywhere. I will be here forever. Thank you again for liking and giving us support and all this. And please drop in the comments what you guys think we should talk about next. That would, you guys are the listeners and the views. If you guys got a view on something, you want to hear what we think about it, drop it down there. Let us know and we'll discuss it. And hopefully hit what you guys, want us to hit on those topics. But thanks again. This is the One Up Podcast. And thank you for listening and watching. Peace.
Thank you.